Hall as the Justice Department looks to have the corruption charges against the mayor dropped. By a 2-vote margin, the Senate has confirmed Kash Patel as FBI director. Here's former federal prosecutor Lori Levinson.
We're going to have to see which Kash Patel we get. The one who is threatening to have retribution and retaliation and fire FBI officials, or one who's going to be able to lead that department in an impartial, nonpartisan way.
After the vote, Patel said the American people deserve an FBI that is transparent, accountable, and committed to justice. The longest-serving leader in the Senate's history is retiring.
GOP Senator Mitch McConnell has made it official. He won't seek re-election, hoping to serve out his current term until January of 2027.
During my time in the Senate, I've only really answered to 2 constituencies, the Republican Conference and the people of Kentucky.
McConnell was first elected in 1984 and became Senate Republican leader in 2007. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
A federal judge has ruled the Trump administration's mass firings can proceed for now. The administration is moving up the expiration date for the temporary protected status program for Haitian migrants. As many as 500,000 of them will lose their protections and work permits in August. The Vatican says Pope Francis is showing slight improvements as he battles pneumonia. CBS's Seth Doan is outside the hospital in Rome.
They gave us a couple of images of letters that he'd received from kids in the oncology unit, the pediatric oncology unit here, who were drawing or sending notes of well wishes, letters written in Italian.
The Pope has been hospitalized since Friday. CBS's Deborah Rodriguez reports more Americans are returning to the office.
A new accounting from property management company Castle Systems shows the number of people abandoning work from home and punching in at the office has hit its highest point since the pandemic. That's thanks in large part to employer mandates. Castle says the percentage of office space filled hit a record high post-pandemic average of 54.2% in 10 major cities last month, with Houston leading the way at about 65%.
A disappointing sales forecast from Walmart sent stocks lower today. The Dow lost 450 points. The Nasdaq was down 93, and the S&P 500 lost 26. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Is it time to sell your house or find your dream home? Then it's time to connect with Jordan DeGespie-Ziegler. Jordan is a true partner to her clients, offering the skills and expertise you desire, but also the care and commitment that you haven't been able to find. Email Jordan today at soldbyjordan724@gmail.com or call her at 724-466-4647. Let Jordan make your real estate dreams come true. So don't delay. Call her today.
There will be a new host for this year's Tonys.
Cynthia Erivo, the recently Oscar-nominated actor for Wicked, will host Broadway's biggest night at this year's Tony Awards in June.
And if I'm flying solo.
She's no stranger to them. In 2016, Erivo won Best Actress in a Musical for her breakout role in The Color Purple. The award show is set to take place on June 8th at Radio City Music Hall in New York City. Nominations for the 78th Annual Tony Awards have not yet been announced. Matt Piper, CBS News, New York.
Bird flu has been detected in rats for the first time. The Department of Agriculture says tests confirmed 4 black rats in Riverside County, California had the virus. That area has had 2 poultry outbreaks of bird flu. Avian flu has also been detected in dairy cows, a harbor seal in Massachusetts, a fox in North Dakota, a bobcat in Washington State, and a domestic cat in Oregon. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
The local district and statewide news is being brought to you by Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, striving harder to get you farther. For more information, call 724-628-RIDE. And now to the news.
Good afternoon on this Thursday. I'm Nick Barczyk from the Davis & Davis Studios, 505 Sports and Weather. on the way in just a bit. Fayette County is proud to announce its participation in America 250, the nationwide commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the United States, with a series of events and initiatives that will honor the county's rich history, diverse communities, and enduring contributions to the nation. As a key partner in America 250 PA, the Pennsylvania Commission of the United States semi-quincentennial, Fayette County is committed to ensuring that our residents have the opportunity to engage, reflect, and celebrate in this once-in-a-lifetime milestone. For May 30th this year through July 4th of next year, Fayette County is going to lead a year-long celebration that highlights its historical significance in shaping America's past, present, and future. For more information about Fayette County's America 250 celebrations, event schedules, and ways to participate, visit Discover Fayette on Facebook, and that web address is at Discover Fayette PA online on Facebook. Fayette County officials say dangerous drugs and guns are off the street thanks to a law enforcement operation. This week, the local district attorney says Connellsville police assisted Fayette County's drug task force in a large-scale bust this week. More than 1,000 stamped bags of suspected fentanyl and 9 firearms were seized by officers who were executing search warrants at a residence, according to authorities. The district attorney says officers also found suspected heroin during a separate traffic stop in nearby Point Marion Borough. The next 2 downtown Greensburg project night market events are moving indoors due to frigid weather on February 27th and March 27th. This year, the night market is going to be held at Live Casino Pittsburgh at Westmoreland Mall in Greensburg. It'll take place in the venue live event space on the second floor of the casino building. It runs from 5 to 9 p.m. both evenings. More next on WMBS.
When you need a ride, take the back bus, it'll save you time. Take the back bus, safe and reliable, convenient and affordable. Take the back bus, take the back bus.
Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation has updated policies for the paratransit service and the shared ride program. Qualified riders may still schedule curbside service appointments 2 weeks in advance of their desired pickup date, but no later than 2 p.m. on the business day prior to service, provided that seating is available. No reservations will be taken after 2 p.m. for next day service, and no same-day trips can be booked. There are seating limits, and seats fill up fast. To help ensure that your ride is booked and your seat is reserved, schedule early. For more information, contact FACT at 724-628-RIDE, visit us at factbus.com, or email fact@hs.fayette.org. FACT thanks you for your understanding as we work to improve our services for you.
Take the bus, take the back bus.
More staff members are leaving Pennsylvania U.S. Senator John Fetterman's office. National news outlets say that 2 of Fetterman's longest-serving staff members are leaving as the senator seeks to find a working lane between his Democratic Party and the president. The departures of the residents in his office, and they've been identified as Charlie Hills and Carrie Adams, are being met with skepticism by Democrats and by Mr. Fetterman, and multiple staffers have left Fetterman's office in recent years. Legendary Pittsburgh Penguins broadcaster Mike Lang passed away yesterday at the age of 76. Lang called Penguins games on the radio, on the WMBS airwaves, and on television for almost 50 years before stepping down in 2021. And Lang had a legendary career and legacy in Southwest Pennsylvania. Last night, Penguins historian Bob Grove spoke with myself and Doug Saltzman and touched on Lang's legacy and impact. And here's what Mr. Grove had to say.
It's an incredible loss for us here in Pittsburgh and hockey fans everywhere, because he was a master of his craft and a unique announcer, a unique individual. He was so critical, really, to the Penguins hanging on in the early years. You know, he started here in 74. You know, the fan base certainly wasn't growing because of the team's performance, but the fan base got engaged and widened because Mike Lang was calling the games, and people loved him.
Ben Grove spoke on Lang's plays in Penguins history.
He's a unique individual in the team's history, and he is. When you start talking about how the game was grown, and we know how Mario grew the game, and Sid and Yager and those guys, but yeah, Mike grew it as well. He grew it in a different way, but in a very important way and at a very important time.
And the full interview with Bob Grove touching on Mike Lang is up on the WMBS Facebook page. Mike Lang was 76. And in sports, we have high school basketball playoff action tonight. Sprouse Insurance Group pregame is on the way at 5:15, and the game at 6 is the Lady Mustangs of Laurel Highlands taking on Blackhawk. That game this evening on the radio to start, and the video on the WMBS YouTube. And then also this evening, West Green and Geibel, that game at 7. It'll start on the radio shortly before 7, right before the tip-off, with the audio on Facebook. We have girls high school basketball playoff action this evening on WMBS.
The local, district, and statewide news has been a service of FACT, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, striving harder to get you farther. Phone 724-628-RIDE for routes, rates, and schedules. 724-628-RIDE for FACT.
This weather report being brought to you by Montgomery Medical. Trust their 50 years of combined experience for the best results in primary care, newborns to elderly, minor illness or injury, as well as wellness and physical exams. And now the weather.
Some light snow right now. We're at 21. Feels like we're in the teens right now. Feels like we're at 11 above. Overnight low tonight down to 17. Cloudy skies Friday. Going up to 27, 16 overnight Friday. For the weekend, Saturday at 37, 41 Sunday, down to 30 overnight Sunday, warming up to a spring-like 53 on Monday, rain likely Tuesday, and 48 and 46 with a chance of showers on Wednesdays. We go into the last few days of February. Right now on this 20th day of the month, we're at 20 degrees at 5:11 on this Thursday. Good afternoon from the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at WMBS. I'm Nick Barczyk. On the way next, girls high school basketball playoff action. But first, the stock update from Jenny Montgomery Scott on WMBS. Good evening.
This weather report was brought to you by Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine. Same-day appointments available for acute care. Call 724-569-8100 or visit MontyMed.com to schedule your appointment.
Good evening. This is Mike Gutierrez from Jenny Montgomery Scott here in Uniontown, bringing you today's closing stock market report. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 71.3 points, closing at 44,628. The NASDAQ Composite was up 15 points, closing at 20,056. The S&P 500 Index was up 9.7 points, closing at 6,139. Among companies of local interest, Apple, $244.87, up 40 cents. Amazon, $226.63, down 2 cents. Cisco, $64.84, up 25 cents. Boeing, $186.11, up $1.14. Caterpillar, $353, down $1. Disney, $111.33, up $1.77. ExxonMobil, $110.32, up 18 cents. First Energy, $40.67, up 4 cents. Johnson & Johnson, $157.90, down, up $2.91. Home Depot, $395.39, down $7.92. Intel, $25.72, down $1.67. McDonald's, $301.92, down $2.91. Meta Platforms, $703.77, down $12.60. PNC Financial Services, $194.25, down $2.27. Raytheon Technologies, $125.38, up $1.62. Rockwell Automation, $299.34, down $1.81. Tesla, $360.56, up $6.45. Verizon, $42, up 80 cents. And Walmart, $103.98, up 20 cents. Recapping, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 71.3 points, closing at 44,628. The NASDAQ Composite was up 15 points, closing at 20,056. And the S&P 500 Index was up 11.6 points, closing at 6,141. From the Uniontown office of Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member FINRA, NYSE, SIPC, where we serve all of your investment needs. This is Mike Gutierrez.
It's time for another C.R. Verano Group High School Sports Night. High school basketball playoff action here on WMBS, being brought to you tonight by United Bank. The C.R. Verano Group, Matt and Lexi George, Sandy Howe Notary Services, Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning, NovaCare Rehabilitation, George Dental Associates, Uniontown Detailing, Mike Kelly Toyota of Uniontown, the Schaefer Law Offices, the Browns Insurance Group and Insurance Agent David Hughes, Potter's Bar and Grill, South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott, the Rittenhouse Insurance Agency, the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm, SWGI, now U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, Zen's Construction Warehouse, Two Brothers Tree and Stump Service, Domes Lawn Care, the Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 in Hopwood, Ted Silva and Son, Body and Fender Repair, Montgomery Medical, Autoland Hyundai of Uniontown, the North Union Township Recreation Center, Joby's Golf, M&R Transit, Movement Physiotherapy, Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy, now located on Route 119 in the Health First Medical Center building near the Fayette County Fairgrounds, Ford of Uniontown, Laurel Highlands Girls Basketball Boosters, Stewart Collision, Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Doctors Jonathan Krisner and Jennifer Haar, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, Russ Blahel, your local Allstate Insurance Agent, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, Gary's Auto Sales, Watson Mundorf LLP, Mama Ruka's Pizza Shop, Shop and Save, Walnut Hill Plaza, Uniontown, J&S Bridal, Dr. Paul Hartley at Preferred Primary Care Physicians, Target Safety Solutions, the Tiberi Law Offices, and State Farm Agent Lauren Yeoman. Now stay tuned for high school basketball playoff action here on WMBS.
From Peters Township High School, it's time for WPIAL High School Girls Basketball Playoff action, a 4A quarterfinal round game between the top-seeded Blackhawk Cougars, who enter 21-2 overall, 12-0 out of Section 2 in 4A. Greg Houston, their head coach. The Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs enter play today, 17-5 overall, 11-3 out of Section 3 in 4A. Stuart Davis in his third year as the head coach of the Lady Mustangs. Again, Greg Houston, the head coach of the Blackhawk Cougars. Brian Morozak along with Josh Scully tonight. We have Carl Childs behind the camera, and Nick Barczyk running the controls this evening. Our pregame show, as always, being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They'll get you ready for the game. They're located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. And a special thank you to our live video stream sponsors tonight, including the Tiberi Law Offices, Matt George for Laurel Highlands School Board, the Laurel Highlands Girls Basketball Boosters, South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott, and Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock. And Josh, a rematch of a WPIAL semifinal round game from last year at the same site that you did that saw Blackhawk down Laurel Highlands 51-32. But if you remember back to last year, the Mustangs got in some early foul trouble, which put them in an early hole.
Yes, and that really hurt them in that game, Brian. They otherwise came out strong, at least for the first few minutes, but the fouls did cost them in that game. It was unfortunate. That is certainly a theme the team will want to avoid tonight. Laurel Highlands certainly wants to come into this game and do several very specific tasks against this Blackhawk team. One thing they don't want to do is see that foul trouble again.
And both of these teams very impressive in the first round. Laurel Highlands and Blackhawk picking up wins over Knock on the Laurel Highlands side. Blackhawk crushed Yock. And for Laurel Highlands, Maya Harris led the way on Monday against the Knock Knights with 16 points. Taylor Schwartzweger, very impressive defensively. 14 points on the offensive side, 8 steals defensively. And she's been a shutdown player for Laurel Highlands all season.
Oh, she's incredible. The footwork, her speed, her quickness, she moves so well. You can tell she's somebody, you could drop her into virtually any sport and she's going to excel. Her balance is incredible, and her ability to stay with an opponent regardless of who that opponent is. Height does not really matter. Size does not really matter for her. Quickness, she's got all of that, and she's going to be right there with you. She's a real spark plug type of player.
Aubrey Hupp is Blackhawks' leading scorer, averaging just over 21 points a game. This Cougars team, Josh, maybe not as deep as they were a season ago.
And, Brian, we found that out the hard way. You did a wonderful job putting together these score sheets for us, and Blackhawk has only dressed about half of the girls who they've got on this roster.
And certainly that might help Laurel Highlands out tonight. Of course, the Mustangs, they've gone with pretty much the same starting 5 all season, and when healthy, I think Laurel Highlands has been able to show they can play with anybody.
Oh, yes. When they are on, I don't think there's a team in the WPIAL that does not have to worry about them. Blackhawk certainly is going to need to come into this game very seriously. You've got a Laurel Highlands team here who's got some size, and I know Blackhawk has some size too, and they're probably familiar with that advantage. They're not going to have that advantage tonight against Laurel Highlands. Laurel Highlands may actually be a bit taller overall than this Blackhawk team is. I am very excited to see Sumter and Jenkins inside for the Lady Mustangs. And for this Blackhawk team, you cannot take this matchup lightly. I know that you feel like, hey, we were here last year, we played this same team last year, we won this game last year. This is a very determined and more experienced Lady Mustangs team.
Yeah, throw the seeding out the window here tonight. The winner will take on either 4th-seeded Elizabeth Ford or 5th-seeded Beaver in the semis on Monday. Those two schools playing tonight at Montour High School. The loser of this game will actually play the loser of that game in a PIAA play-in game on Saturday. Just 6 PIAA qualifying spots out of girls 4A this year. So we're going to see some good teams missing out on the state playoffs.
And we will, and that's really unfortunate. You make a good point, Brian, the seeding that the Lady Mustangs got. If you would look at their body of work, they come in with this impressive 17-5 record. They have just not significantly lost a game this season. You're talking about every game they've lost is a point here or there, a basket here or there, a situation changes here or there, and they win that game. They have not met a team who they did not go toe-to-toe with this season, and I can't help but think we're going to see a repeat of that tonight. This is going to be a hard-fought game.
Yeah, the Lady Mustangs certainly think they have a good chance of knocking off the top-seeded Blackhawk Cougars tonight. When our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues, we'll take a look back at Geibel's playoff loss last night against Aquinas Academy. We'll actually preview the Geibel girls game coming up later on tonight against West Green. We'll talk to Laurel Highlands head coach Stuart Davis. That and more ahead when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
At the Davis & Davis Law Firm, we understand that facing legal challenges can be overwhelming. That's why we are here to guide you along the way. This is attorney Michael Mays, and at Davis & Davis Law Firm, we have over 45 years of experience, and our team is dedicated to fighting for your rights and making sure you can maximize the amount of money that you deserve. If you are hurt, injured, or need help with workers' compensation, call us today for your free consultation at 724-437-2799. The Davis & Davis Law Firm, you won't pay us anything until we win your case.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
This is Dr. Alyssa Lorenz of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Common issues like difficulty with swallowing, frequent heartburn, recurrent abdominal pain, bowel habit problems, and rectal bleeding are often easily diagnosed and treated. Dr. Calabrese, Stokes, Hoppy, and I are local gastroenterologists that are here to help. For more information, call our Uniontown office at 724-437-7677.
Brian Rozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Girls high school basketball playoff action on WMBS tonight. 8th-seeded Laurel Highlands taking on top-seeded Blackhawk in a 4A quarterfinal round game at Peters Township High School. Last night on WMBS, we brought you boys single-A quarterfinal round action as Geibel fell to Aquinas Academy by a score of 69-40. The Gators actually were hanging early on, only trailed Aquinas 22-19 after one quarter of play, but Aquinas outscored Geibel 22-9 in the second quarter, able to run away for a 29-point win. Geibel played without 4 of their rotation players, accounting for about 34 points a game. Roman Rosselli ended up leading the Gators with 18 points. On the Aquinas Academy side, Jacob Gillen, who came into the game, Aquinas Academy's leading scorer at 24 points a game, posted just that on Wednesday night as well, scoring 24 against the Gators, 23 of those 24 points in the first half in the Aquinas Academy win over Geibel. And Aquinas will take on Neighborhood Academy in the semifinals coming up on Saturday. The season ends for the Geibel Gators, just 4 state playoff qualifiers out of boys single A. So Geibel, after picking up just one win a season ago, going 14-9 during the 2024-2025 campaign. Taking a look at some other scores from last night, we mentioned Aquinas will be playing Neighborhood Academy. They downed Beaver County Christian 66-20 last night. Also in boys single A, it was Sarah Catholic 80 and Summit Academy 61. Nazareth Prep a 53-38 win over Monessen. Boys 4A quarterfinal round games. It was tight between Bell Vernon and Elizabeth Forward. Leopards had a couple of injuries, including losing Zion Moore for a period of time last night against Elizabeth Forward, but the Leps prevailed 55-51. Avonworth a 9-point win over Knox 72-63. It was North Catholic 65 and Deer Lakes 51, and Beaver a 58-50 win over Central Valley. Girls 5A quarterfinal round action from last night. Thomas Jefferson handing Penn Trafford their first loss of the season in overtime. Thomas Jefferson 65, Penn Trafford 60 in girls 5A quarterfinal round action. Mars a 55-42 win over Bethel Park. It was Peters Township 51, Indiana 32, and South Fayette down Baldwin 67-31. Girls 3A quarterfinals from last night. Shadyside Academy a 55-20 win over Riverside. Greensburg Central Catholic downing Quaker Valley 56-47. Elwood City just squeaking by Keystone Oaks 40-37, and Olsha 50-44 win over Avonworth. A couple of PIAA sub-regional play-in games. Carrick downing Bedford in 3A 73-62, and McConnellsburg in 2A a 68-26 win over Westinghouse. Again tonight on WMBS, Laurel Highlands in action, taking on top-seeded Blackhawk in 4A. Also coverage in single A at 7 o'clock tonight of Geibel taking on West Green. That game airing audio only tonight, and we'll have the audio link on the WMBS Facebook page. We'll talk to Laurel Highlands head coach Stuart Davis next when the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show continues right after this.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering UPA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Introducing Target Safety Solutions Division, LLC. Because Ted Stova and Son Body and Fender Repair is concerned about our local community, Target Safety Solutions was born. Located beside the Ted Stova shop at 94 Atlas Road in Uniontown, Target Safety Solutions specializes in vehicle calibration after a vehicle is involved in a collision. Target Safety Solutions can perform vehicle alignments, state inspections, minor mechanical repairs, including brakes and suspension work, as well as tire replacements, and also inspects trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Their alignment machine can accommodate lowered vehicles, dually trucks, and box trucks. Vehicles are now made with many safety features to keep their occupants safe. That's why Target Safety Solutions originated. Their state-of-the-art facility is open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. They are currently taking new customers and accepting commercial and fleet accounts as well. Nick Patricelli and Mike Thomas are ready to provide you with fast, friendly, professional service. Call Nick at Target Safety Solutions, 724-550-4403.
John Clinton with Dominic Carbone from your 7-time President's Award-winning 40 Uniontown. Dominic, let's kick this President's Sale off right. And by the way, it's truck month. I signed a bunch of executive orders. These trucks got to go.
John, we have some presidential offers going on right now. 2024 F-150 XL and XLT models. We're taking off the $8,000 off MSRP. Or get this, $5,000 off in these low interest rates. 3.9 for 60, 4.9 for 72, and 5.9 for 84 months. Have a qualifying trade and pick up an additional $1,000 and own an eligible Ram product and scoop up $2,000 more. Now that's a deal.
Okay, let's talk Super Duty. These are the best incentives on Super Duties in years.
Up to $8,000 off MSRP on XL or XLT models, or take $5,000 off and take advantage of these low APRs. You got it. 3.9 for 60, 4.9 for 72, and 5.9 for 84 months.
Stop, click, or call for all the details. That's 40 Uniontown, on the hill across from Applebee's, or 40uniontown.com. Offer includes all applicable incentives. You must finance with Ford Motor Credit, and not all buyers will qualify. Price excludes tax, tags, and fees.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning congratulates the Uniontown Red Raiders, the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs, and all our local teams on their successful season. District Judge Nathan Henning recognizes that a successful season requires teamwork and is the result of the hard work of the players, coaches, and the support of their families. families. Good luck to the Uniontown Red Raiders and Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs in the WPIAL playoff, and best wishes for continued success from District Judge Nathan Henning.
Peach & Pharmacy has moved to the lower level of the Health First Medical Center building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville, and is now Farmana Pharmacy. Farmana Pharmacy offers free prescription delivery to Uniontown, Connellsville, and all over the area 5 days a week. When you call Farmana Pharmacy, you'll never talk to machines. You'll have real friendly people ready to help you. Phone 724-626-9600 for the new Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peach & Pharmacy, now located at the Health First Medical Building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville near the Fayette County Fairgrounds. Brian Rozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Girls High School basketball playoff action on WMBS tonight. Starting at 6 o'clock, Laurel Highlands taking on Blackhawk in a 4A quarterfinal round game. At 7 o'clock on the radio, it's Geibel taking on West Green. Being joined now by Laurel Highlands head coach Stuart Davis. And Stu, your Mustangs really did a nice job in the first round, jumped on knock early and were able to cruise in the second half for a home playoff win going back to Monday night.
Yes, I mean, we was up for the game. We had a full week to prepare for that game. And the girls was eager to play in front of the home crowd. You know, just like last year, we started out the first round at home, and it was good for the community, good for the girls.
Maya hit some big shots for you early on. Actually got dinged up a little bit early on in the third quarter, came back into the game. How's she doing?
She's fine. She tweaked her ankle a little bit. You know, she had a really good game. You know, she was, you know, as a whole, the team was off. But she ended up with 16 points, our team high, and she finished strong, man. You know, she came to practice the next day. She was fine.
And we were very impressed with Taylor Schwartzfeger as well. I thought she did a tremendous job defensively.
Man, she's a gnat. You know, she's our motor. She's a motor the entire game defensively. She's nonstop, and she gets us going, man.
One of the bad things about being the number 8 seed, unfortunately, you're going to have to take on top-seeded Blackhawk now in the quarterfinal round of the playoffs. You saw them last year in the semifinal round at the same venue. Your thoughts on the matchup?
I think Blackhawk, you know, obviously they're the, you know, number 1 seed. You know, they're a great program, well coached. They do have pieces that came back, but in my opinion, I don't think that they're the same team as last year. You know, we're definitely not the same team as last year, so it should be a good matchup. You know, it should be a close game. Again, like I said, I don't think that they're as strong as they were last year, so you know, hopefully we can go down there and we can spoil their fun, man.
And you go back, you look at that game last year, you guys got into some early foul trouble. It certainly put you in a tough spot.
Yeah, definitely. With Ariana getting foul trouble, I think this year the difference, you know, right, just her confidence level is through the roof. She's a senior. She feels more comfortable out there, and you know, even in situations that I do put her in, she's comfortable with it. I think, you know, it should be a different story here.
What else did you learn in that game last year that might be able to help you out come Thursday night?
The difference, I think, what we learned was that Hupp is going to be their main scorer, their main person that they lean on. They do get some shooters. So I think the difference in this game in their personnel is, you know, it's the same, nothing different. Their point guard is a younger lady. She's a sophomore. So, you know, she obviously will take pressure. I just think they're well coached. I think, you know, us as a team, we're coming back different. You know, being that we faced them last year, we know the expectation. We know what their personnel is. We know what their strengths and weaknesses are, and hopefully we can exploit it and take advantage of it, man.
And you look at all these teams left in the quarterfinal round, I think 8 very strong programs. There's only going to be 6 available state playoff berths as well, and I think you're going to have some battles not only in the quarterfinal round, but you could end up having some pretty good playback battles as well for teams trying to get in the states.
Absolutely. You know, this is a must-win if we win to get in the state, and if we do not win, you know, it's a play-in. So, you know, this is a big game. You know, it's a big game to continue our season. It's a big game for the seniors to continue their season. They understand what's in front of them. The team understands, and, you know, I hope that we get down here and, like I said, and do what we have to do as a team, as a unit, and we get the win.
I still appreciate it, as always. We'll see you down there at Peters Township High School on Thursday night.
All right, thank you.
That's Laurel Highlands head coach Stuart Davis. Got the Lady Mustangs taking on Blackhawk tonight. We'll also have coverage again at 7 o'clock tonight on the radio side of Geibel taking on West Green. Stay tuned. More ahead on our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show in just a moment.
Hi, it's attorney Rob Harper from Radcliffe Martin Law. As some of you may know, I served as a public defender for 3 years and an assistant district attorney for 7 years right here in Fayette County. I'm now using that experience to represent people accused of crimes. So if you find yourself in that unfortunate situation and need someone who knows how things are done on both sides of the courtroom, give me a call and see if we can put my expertise to work for you. Radcliffe Martin Law, 724-439-3939.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Hello, folks. Joe Walk is here, the proud owner of Dome's Lawn Care, LLC, since 2021. We're family-owned and family-ran, so when it comes to finances, we understand. We're small enough to care, big enough to make a difference. So give us a call this spring for all your lawn care needs at 724-570-1224. We would be proud to have you as our customer. Again, that's Dome's Lawn Care, 724-570-1224.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and Save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
Brian Rozak back here on the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. Again, a pair of WPIAL high school girls basketball playoff games on WMBS tonight. We'll start everybody up at 6 o'clock with the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs take on top-seeded Blackhawk. Then we'll switch our radio audience at 7 o'clock to the Geibel Lady Gators taking on West Green. You look at this Geibel program. Seeded number 2 in this girls' single-A playoff field. Geibel had a first-round bye, taking on 7th-seeded West Green tonight in the quarterfinal round, and with head coach Sarah Larkin's daughter Emma leading the way and a new addition in freshman Mallory Clemmer, this Geibel program certainly primed for a run here in 2025. And talking to Geibel head coach Sarah Larkin, she thinks they have all the pieces together right now.
Yeah, not only Emma and Mallory, I mean, we're deeper than that too, which is really nice. Ava Henderson, our guard from last year, returning. She's a junior, same year as Emma, and then also Janiyah Darnell, she's a sophomore. She's never played varsity basketball, but both of those girls, in addition to Mallory and Emma, makes it tough to throw some of that junk defense out like we have seen for the past couple of years.
The game tonight between Geibel and West Green, also featuring two teams that played in the same conference. Geibel swept West Green during the regular season. They'll look for their third win of the year over the Pioneers. Again, coming up later on tonight, Gary Frankhauser and Tony Hanula will bring you that game here on WMBS. And then coming up tomorrow, it's more boys high school basketball playoff action, a 5A quarterfinal round game between Uniontown and Peters Township. That game being played at Ringgold High School. It'll be a 6 o'clock start. 5 o'clock Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on WMBS. We'll preview that game and talk to Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski right after
The
this.
Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy. Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Doctors Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Hart, Jocelyn Belitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shahama, offers a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care, and one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten teeth, a permanent fix for missing teeth with implants or restorative options, they have you covered. Visit them at 7829 National Pike or phone 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top quality care with a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman is your go-to agent in Uniontown for the service you deserve at the price you want. So try to combine home and auto today. State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 724-592-6308 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township for our families and our future. Good luck to all our local teams. From South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3,943.
Or,
Hi, come on in. How are you feeling?
when you see doctors Paul Hartley and Mary Beth Riley, plus nurse practitioners Tara Bozek, Jessica Reckart, and Stacy Morris, you get one-on-one personal professional health care serving the area for over 3 decades. If you're looking for a primary care doctor, call Doctors Hartley and Riley at 724-437-1109 or online at ppcp.org. Or
Serving number 3,944.
Falling in love with a house? Head over heels for a home plan? Take the plunge. Apply for a mortgage loan with First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Feeling commitment shy? Complete a mortgage pre-qualification. It's simple. 100% online, and you'll get a personalized answer within 1 business day. Then save the date for a move-in day or groundbreaking and put a key ring on it. Apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729. Girls High School basketball playoff action on WBS tonight. Laurel Highlands taking on Blackhawk. Also at 7 o'clock on the radio side, we'll have Geibel taking on West Green. We'll have the Uniontown boys in action tomorrow. The Red Raiders battling Peters Township at Ringgold High School. We talked to Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski earlier on today and talked about the impressive performance Uniontown had in the first round against the Hampton Talbots.
Yes, we're really happy with that. And if when you look at it, I told the kids after Tori and Cal, Kellen, and all the other seniors, we really didn't want to end like that. I mean, basketball playoffs are a different animal. If you don't win that first game, the season's over. Look at Baldwin. Baldwin most of the year was number 1, if not number 2. Penn Trafford, team from our section, beats them, and your season's over. So for us to win that game and our kids to win 20 games 3 years in a row is something that we're very proud of, and we're excited that we're going to be playing in the next couple weeks. And again, our kids have worked extremely hard to get back to this point. When we play Peters Township at Ringgold, last year at this time, we were in the locker room. We were getting ready to play Lincoln Park, and we played one of the greatest games that I've been associated with. And some things happened in that game that maybe shouldn't have, and Lincoln Park was able to beat us, and we were as close as you can be. But these kids have high expectations and are excited to be back. But they deserve a lot of credit to get back to this point.
Hey, you mentioned the Penn Trafford win over Baldwin. That certainly opens up your side of the bracket.
Oh, yes, it does. But like we told somebody, we told everybody, the players know. Like the players know, we knew Peters Township was going to be one of the better 5A teams. We played them 2 times this summer. We played them in a Pittsburgh basketball summer league. We played them at the Pitt team camp. We had 2 really intense summer games with them. So we know what they have, the good players. Our players watch them, and we know what they have. And they have good basketball players. We have good basketball players. Whoever plays better is going to win the game. That's what it comes down to. It's not as complicated as you think. We have to be able to handle our composure. We have to be able to play with the physicality, and hopefully the game's refereed the way that's been, the way the game's been, and with like not letting people hand check or hold off the ball. Peters does a lot of that. They're very physical and aggressive. So hopefully we can get a game called like it's been called the whole year.
Yeah, and they had a super impressive win over Penn Hills in the first round, knocking out the Indians by 33 points. And even if Penn Hills maybe doesn't have their strongest team, still getting that kind of a win, I think says a lot about the Peters program.
Yes, and if you look at that, though, the one thing that we looked at with Peters, Penn Hills beat Hampton by 4, and we feel if we didn't get sloppy at the game, we probably would have beat Hampton by 25-2, but they made some shots down the stretch to make it closer and cut into our lead. So, again, we show respect for everybody we play, and we're excited for this opportunity. Peters doesn't have just Donovan. They have size. They have a lot of kids they play. Their rotation set, the way they run kids in and out, we feel that could help us at times. So we have them scouted as good as you can be, and I know they have us scouted. So, again, I believe in our players, and I know we're ready to play.
Bigger floor at Ringgold, how does that change the way you approach the game?
I think it's probably about the same as it is at Norwin. So the kids have been successful, and I told Cam Dugan, I said, you're made for a bigger floor. The way he's been playing, the way he's been moving, and to have guards like Calvin and Torrey, Kellen and Isaac. So hopefully that this will help us. But again, we played in this kind of floor the last couple of years too, at Norwin and some other places. And playing at Peters Township last year should have helped us prepare for that too.
Yeah, it's been a long time since you actually played a playoff game at Ringgold.
Oh, yes, it has. It's been a long time, and they stopped playing a lot of games there. So, but we have. If you look back in the past when we clinched the section there a couple years ago, we played there, so we were familiar with that. And again, as long as you're playing, I wouldn't care where we're playing. So again, our kids are ready to go, and I'm sure Peters Township. It's closer for Peters Township by a little bit, but I know our fans will be there. They've been great all year, and I know they'll be there and ready to go.
Yeah, you go back, you look at the past history, Uniontown, even when you were an assistant coach, played a lot of playoff games there. You did during your first couple of years. It seems like Uniontown always brought down a pretty good fan base down at that gym.
Oh, yeah. So like I said, our fans have been wonderful. If you look at the Hampton game, we had fans there that went to school with my mother, and she graduated in 1960. We had a lot of loyal Uniontown basketball fans there. And we had a lot of people from the community there, too, as well, like in Albergallis and Laurel Highlands. So it was a great night for that. And again, it's just amazing to me that this is Torrey and Cal's 17th playoff game. And you're getting close to it because we did qualify for the States. You're going to be close to it. Hopefully we can win some games and be almost like an extra season we got to play. So we're ready to go, and it's just playoff basketball. It's high, stressful. But our kids have really worked hard to get to this point.
I think Torrey still has a realistic shot because you're going to have at least 3 more playoff games after this and making a run towards Terrence Vaughn's all-time scoring record.
Yes, we'd love to have that for him. But if you would ask Torrey right now if he'd rather play at the Pete for the championship or get that record, I bet my life that he would put play at the Pete. That's what these kids want. And whenever they say they want to get me there, it isn't about me. I said, as a coach, I want to have my players have the best experience in the world. We want to be there more than anything. But this is about wonderful kids. There's 13 varsity kids there yesterday practicing and working as hard as they possibly can. And like our JVs are getting the experience our JVs are getting every day at practice. They can learn more at this practice than they can play in any undergrad game. And so again, we like how hard they've worked to help prepare them. And they're not just preparing our varsity; they're preparing themselves for next year and the next month. When we start up again, they'll have bigger roles, and it'll be their time in a couple years.
Yeah, certainly a great opportunity. You mentioned the Uniontown program has not been to the Peterson Event Center since 2002, and you look, if you get a win over Peters Township, you'll be playing a double-digit seed coming up in the semifinal round. So certainly a great opportunity this year to make a run.
Yes, it is. And, at the end of the year, probably people will talk about the 4A. We did move up in classification. Look, if we look at that right now, I'll let other people look at the scores and see where we'd end up if we were still in 4A. Last year, we were one game away from the championship. Our group has been one game away from playing at the Pete last year and playing for a state championship as sophomores. So these kids have done a lot. Lincoln Park was in there, and they won the state championship by 30 points last year. But not to look back or anything, I read some things, and all the good coaches always talk about the next game, and that's all that our focus is right now. These kids have won a lot, but our ultimate goal is to play at the Pete. But you can't do that if you don't win the next game. And these kids, they really, really deserve it, and they've done everything you possibly can to get to this point. And I told you last time, we lost 3 high-level players, and to have another 20-win season is a credit to them, and also moving up in classification. And if you look at our section, Peters Township beat the number 2 seed. Latrobe beat Kiski. And the people don't talk about Moon, who's a very good team, won a championship. They beat Gateway 49-42. So hopefully our section moving forward gets a lot more respect than they've gotten.
All right, appreciate it as always. We'll see you down at Ringgold. Maybe we'll get a few more fans since we'll only be audio only and no video coverage. Hopefully the fans can get out there to the gym and watch the Red Raiders in action on Friday night.
Yes, we really wish this was on there. So many people are asking me that they can't make it, or kids have games of their own, and there's a big dance competition my daughter will be at in Baltimore, but they're not leaving until after the game. So it just doesn't. We wish you could have this live on WMBS for our people that can't make the game. But again, I'm sure they'll be listening, and the community has been great for us. Again, it's been an exciting 3 years, and nobody's ready for it to end right now.
All right, again, appreciate it as always. We'll see you down there on Friday. Best of luck against Peters Township.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
That's Uniontown head coach Rob Kesmarski. The Red Raiders in action tomorrow night against Peters Township at Ringgold High School. But tonight, it's girls high school basketball playoff action. We'll start everybody off with Laurel Highlands and Blackhawk from Peters Township High School, followed on the radio side at 7 o'clock by Geibel and West Green. We'll set the starting lineups in the opening tip-off for Laurel Highlands and Blackhawk right after this.
Your health is the most important thing to you. When you need physical therapy, find the best clinic to serve you. Movement Physiotherapy, now located off Route 40 on Pedro Drive, west of Uniontown, understands this and wants to help ease the stress. Tyler Gasick has over 10 years of experience helping people improve their health with physical therapy and is ready to help you. Tyler's from the Uniontown area and is committed to helping improve his community. To schedule your appointment, phone 724-912-PTPT or visit Movement Physiotherapy online at movementpp.com.
Brian Rozak and Josh Scully back here at Peters Township High School. Girls 4A quarterfinal round action. Top-seeded Blackhawk taking on 8th-seeded Laurel Highlands. Josh, is your starting lineups are being brought to you by SWGI Specialists, now U.S. Digestive Health at Uniontown. A different name, but the same team, providing the same exceptional digestive care to our communities, and wishing the best of luck to our Fayette County teams. Josh?
Thank you very much, Brian. We're going to start with the Blackhawk Lady Cougars, who are in a white uniform tonight, and we'll be working left to right if you're joining us online once we get this one underway. Here's how the starting lineup will look for Greg Houston's Lady Cougars. A 5'6" senior guard, number 4, Andrea Kinger. A 5'7" senior forward, number 15, Olivia Rabick. A 5'10" junior forward, number 20, Aubrey Hupp. A 5'7" junior guard, number 22, Mia Sheasley. And a 5'6" senior guard, number 31, Ava Pagani. And one player, of course, on this Lady Cougars team you've absolutely got to keep an eye on, Aubrey Hupp, averaging over 20 points a game, and has been described by a few newspapers in the Beaver County area as a double-double machine. She's got a real habit for doing that.
Actually averages a double-double, Josh, 21.3 points a game and 10.7 rebounds a game.
Which is incredible. Hopefully the Lady Mustangs are ready to shut her down tonight. For the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs and head coach Stu Davis, starting lineup is going to look this way. Number 1, a 5'9" senior guard, Maya Harris. Number 2, a 5'11" junior guard and forward, Aera Jenkins. Number 5, a 5'7" sophomore guard, Taylor Swartfager. Number 11, a 5'10" senior guard and forward, Ariana Sumter. And number 15, a 5'3" senior guard and forward, Taylor Irwin. The Lady Mustangs tonight in their red uniform with some blue and white trim. They're going to be working right to left once we get this one underway. And for the Lady Mustangs, of course, you want your scorers to come out and get comfortable right away. This is a rematch of a game from last season, Brian, and one that we should all be very excited about.
Yeah, Blackhawk knocking off Laurel Highlands last year 51-32, but again, two different squads. Laurel Highlands bringing everybody back. Blackhawk not as deep as they were a season ago, missing a couple of girls tonight. We'll see how that impacts the game. And also, again, a special thank you to our video stream sponsors tonight, allowing us to bring you this game free of charge. Matt George for Laurel Highlands School Board, the Laurel Highlands Girls Basketball Boosters, South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott, the Tiberi Law Offices, and Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock, all wonderful people in the community. And again, appreciate their support, allowing us to bring you this Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs game here on the WMBS YouTube page. And for you Geibel fans out there as well, we'll have the Geibel West Green game on the radio. Tony Hanola and Gary Frankhauser at 7 o'clock tonight. We'll have the audio stream of that game also posted on the WMBS Facebook page. Really an exciting night for high school hoops, Josh.
Absolutely, Brian. It's going to be exciting, hopefully all the way, and for a long time for a couple of our local teams. They're in great position. The Lady Mustangs certainly in great position if they pull out a win tonight.
And we're back with the opening tip-off right after this. Laurel Highlands taking on Blackhawk here on WMBS and the Triple Live High School Sports Network and YouTube Live tonight.
Chris Parker Jr., what's going on at Autoland Hyundai?
Over the past few weeks, we've had dozens of truckloads deliver over 120 new 2025 Hyundai. All right here at the dealership. We just dug them out of the snow. Every lot is full. We need room for the next shipment, so we're making great deals.
I'm listening.
We have over 30 new 2025 all-wheel drive Tucsons with 1.99% financing available. New 2025 all-wheel drive Santa Fe's with third-row seating also have 1.99% financing. Or get $3,000 off with HMF bonus cash on select Santa Fe. Looking for a lease? How about a 2025 Kona SEL all-wheel drive for $249 per month?
Plus Hyundai Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection included with every new Hyundai purchased, plus 3-year, 36,000-mile free maintenance. Stop by their location, 25 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, or visit their website, AutolandHyundai.com.
And remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
I've been thinking about switching primary care providers. It takes forever to get an appointment, and when I finally get in, the staff acts like they don't even care that I'm there.
That's so frustrating. You deserve a provider who listens, values your time, and truly cares about your health.
That's exactly what I need. Someone who sees me as a person, not just another name on a chart.
Then you should check out Montgomery Medical. They treat you like family, offer personalized care, and even have same-day appointments.
At Montgomery Medical, your health is our priority. Call 724-569-8100 Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
Brian Mrozak and Josh Scully back here at Peters Township High School, just about set to go. The Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs and the Blackhawk Cougars. And Josh, we're talking about the Blackhawk team from last year. How good were they? Well, they won a state title. They knocked off Scranton Prep in that state title game at the Giant Center in Hershey. They did lose in the WPIAL title game against North Catholic, but what a run they had in the state playoffs against Harbor Creek, St. Mary's, Fairview, Wyomissing, and then Scranton Prep.
They were an excellent team, Brian. They still are an excellent team. They're coming into this game with a really impressive record. They are 21-2. They have not lost in this calendar year in 2025. You got to roll the clock back practically 2 months to December 21st for the last time this Lady Cougars team lost a game. But if you're here in support of the Lady Mustangs, and there's a great crowd here from Laurel Highlands on the opposite side of the gym from where we are, if you are supporting them tonight, you have this thought in the back of your mind. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and you're here to beat the best tonight.
Yeah, the two Blackhawk losses, their opening game against Mount Lebanon, they lost in the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic at Ambridge High School against Shadyside Academy, 51-48. That's been it. They've run the table here in the 2025 portion of the calendar year. And Laurel Highlands, yeah, they had a couple of missteps early on in the season, but that was without Sumter in the lineup. And since she's been back, really just that one loss against Elizabeth Forward on January 20th.
And that game could have easily been won by the Lady Mustangs. They had some situationally difficult encounters in that game. It became very physical. It was a playoff environment, and unfortunately for Laurel Highlands, that game did not play out the way that they wanted it to. But certainly, as we've said, Brian, this is a Laurel Highlands team that puts themselves in position to win in every game. Coach Davis has his players ready to go, and I know they're going to be ready to play tonight.
Aubrey Hupp and Ayera Jenkins to take the opening tip-off. Milidus Constantine, your head official tonight. Dean Gilmore and John Palco, the assistants. And Laurel Highlands wins the opening tap back to Ariana Sumter. And Sumter over to Maya Harris there between the circles. Resets there on the far wing, fronted by Mia Sheasley. And pulling it back again to Sumter. Another switch back to Harris, who had a nice game against Knock on Monday, scoring 16 points. She'll take it right to the rack here, Josh, and put it up and in for the opening 2 points of the game.
Hey, that's what we'd like to see. Harris is somebody who can take a game over, and why not? Why not just get it out there right now?
In the backcourt, Andrea Kinger bringing it across, and then resetting here high on the left to Ava Pagani. Pagani coming off of 2 ACL tears in her basketball career, also heck of a lacrosse player for Blackhawk High School, her senior year here for the Cougars.
Pretty impressive that their lacrosse program has also had quite a bit of success. We were both impressed with the success that their girls basketball team has had.
Blackhawk feeling out Laurel Highlands a little bit here on their opening possession, a little bit deliberate. We played a minute. Laurel Highlands a 2-0 lead off a basket for Maya Harris.
Laurel Highlands moving very well defensively in this man-to-man look.
Aubrey Hupp coming inside, lost the dribble, pulls it back out here on the near side to Mia Sheasley. Touch there from Kinger on the reset, back there to Olivia Rabick. Rabick going back inside to Hupp. Hupp trying to make a move around. Sumter does just that. Gets the basket to go and draws the foul in the process. We mentioned the foul trouble the Lady Mustangs got into last year against Blackhawk in the WPIAL semis.
Yes, and that's not what you want to see here, Brian. I know certainly we're going to probably see this Lady Cougars team attack the Lady Mustangs inside and try to pick up those fouls as Hupp gets the foul shot, but the Lady Mustangs will want to be very wary of that.
Yeah, Hupp came into the game 83% so far this season from the free throw line. Ayera Jenkins with it now for the Mustangs. Trying to switch there with Maya Harris. Almost lost the handle with a little pressure there from Sheasley. But Harris able to reset and pull it back here high on the right. Laurel Highlands the basketball down 3-2 here at the 6:20 mark of the opening quarter. The Mustangs tried a little dump down there to Sumter. Got deflected away, and Andrea Kinger on the basketball there for Blackhawk. Going to set it off on the near side. Ava Pagani down again, looking for Hupp. Deflected out of bounds, but last touch by the Lady Mustangs going out. Remain Blackhawk basketball.
Really interesting look there from the Lady Mustangs on that last possession. We had mentioned before, both of these teams do have some height and have probably got a lot of experience this season where the height was a real strength for them. That's not going to happen for either team tonight.
Yeah, the Mustangs had a little triangle around Hupp there, and Blackhawk still sent it her way, trying to get another two. And again, they've already drawn a foul on Ariana Sumter. And now they'll reset here again, high on the left. Kinger with it, pulling it back there to Mia Sheasley. Sheasley and Kinger playing catch. Kinger with it right now. Back deep on the far side, Ava Pagani. Up top again to Sheasley, and we'll watch that possible dump down to Hupp again. Hupp has it right now, baseline near side. Working down low on Jenkins, who gets the block there for the Lady Mustangs.
Great block by Jenkins. Great job with her just staying true to Hupp the whole way on that drive.
Mustangs down 3-2 with the basketball. Maya Harris with it right now. Harris pulling up on the wing. Back to Taylor Schwartzfeger. Came off a 14-point game that also included 7 steals against Knock on Monday. Harris another touch on the near side. She's fronted by Olivia Rabick. Now Harris resetting here between the circles. Far side, Schwartzfeger, a little ball fake. Up top again to Ariana Sumter. In the corner to Taylor Irwin. Back up top, Schwartzfeger thought about the three. Now from the elbow, pulls back again to Harris. And you look at both of these teams, solid defense early. Harris on the drive, draws the foul. They gave her the extra step there, Josh, and she'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Good look by Harris. Had a nice lane coming off the wing. I think it's also interesting, Brian, that at least in this possession, Hupp stayed with Jenkins the entire time, whereas the Lady Cougars were constantly trading to guard Sumter. I'm curious to see if they will continue with that. I think Hupp certainly is their best defender with height.
And now they got a foul on Hupp as well. Her first, team first, as Harris makes the first of 2 free throws. Harris, a great stat line, averaging almost 14 points, a little over 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals a game, and makes both free throws here. Laurel Highlands back in front at 4-3. We've played almost 3 minutes, low-scoring game so far. Sheasley back to Hupp, 3-on-1 coming back. Little bounce pass in the finish to Olivia Rabick for her opening 2 points of the game, and Blackhawk now leading Laurel Highlands at 5-4, and they'll go into their press.
Well, certainly in that particular scenario, and Jenkins is going to travel here as that
just slips.
Back foot gets dragged behind her. That was just a situation where the Lady Cougars were able to beat the pressure that the Lady Mustangs had. Certainly, that's not a favorable situation ever, especially against a team like Blackhawk, who have several girls who can really shoot the ball.
Kinger sending it off to Sheasley, switching back here with Pagani. Touch from Hupp, back to Pagani, trying to pull it back here. High on the right, got deflected, saved there by Rabick. Now holds top of the key to a right again to Hupp, and now Rabick again. Rabick driving, has a seam, takes it, puts it off the glass, shot attempt no good. Hupp the offensive rebound in traffic, trying to keep it alive. Just rolls it out on the far side of Pagani, who resets to Kinger, looking for the 3 ball. It's no good, and the Mustangs pull down the rebound there with Ariana Sumter.
Great work by Laurel Highlands there. A little double team, too, on Hupp.
Here's Sumter coming back, trying to go between defenders. No foul called, and the ball stripped. And Ava Pagani back on it there for Blackhawk. Played almost 4 minutes. Pagani out of the corner now to Mia Sheasley. Back to Pagani, looking for a kick out. No one home. Out of bounds. Going to say it was touched, though, by the Mustangs. Deflected out, and it'll stay Blackhawk basketball here in the Laurel Highlands zone.
And that's a tough call, Brian. Obviously, we're quite a ways from the court, but I don't know where a Lady Mustang touched that ball unless maybe Harris got a fingertip on it on the way out.
I thought the same thing. Andrea Kinger back across. Near wing again to Mia Sheasley. Watched there by Taylor Irwin. Irwin dancing here between the circles, and Taylor Schwartzfeger all over. And now Schwartzfeger backing up. She'll switch and pick up Pagani. As Sheasley stays with the basketball. Switches back here with Hupp. Hupp on the inside, double teamed, able to keep the ball alive. Back up top again to Pagani. Try to switch back there with Sheasley. Whistle and a 3-second call.
Wow.
Down low on Blackhawk.
We'll take it.
Yes.
I really found it interesting how they used Hupp here. They have Hupp basically parked in the corner knowing that she's going to draw Sumter out, and they sort of just played 4-on-4 there for a moment. Thankfully, it worked out for the Lady Mustangs, and they're going to have another opportunity here to get this lead back.
And I'm surprised Blackhawk isn't trying to play a little bit more aggressive, just knowing the success they had against Laurel Highlands last year. But, of course, the way the Mustangs defend, I think, certainly plays a factor in how teams are going to really address them on the offensive side.
Yeah, they can score so many different ways. You have players on this team. Sumter herself, who you look at her and you think, okay, great inside player.
Look out here. Schwartzfeger trying the 3.
Schwartzfeger, yes.
So Taylor Schwartzfeger giving the Mustangs a 7-5 lead here at the 2:53 mark of the first.
And hopefully, Brian, we can say the Lady Mustangs never trailed again.
Yes. Kinger out of her own zone. Touch there from Hupp. On the far wing, Pagani back up top. Kinger for 3, drains it. And just like that, Josh, Blackhawk back in the lead at 8-7 here at the 2:37 mark of the first.
Good shot there by her. Good look, really. She had the wide open shot. Gets it to roll across the front of the rim.
Maya Harris back across here for the Lady Mustangs. We expected this one to be nip and tuck, and it's been just that so far. Schwartzfeger far wing, trying to bounce pass into Jenkins, had it deflected away. Cougars come back. Olivia Rabick back into the Laurel Highlands zone. Pulls up on the wing. Now baseline near side. Kinger got 2 deep. Resets far side. 3 ball on the way out the front of the rim. No good there for Pagani. Basketball out of bounds and back over to Laurel Highlands.
Excellent work by Taylor Irwin, using her body to make sure there is absolutely no chance that basketball was getting through to Rabick. And Rabick somehow still reached out and got a touch on that ball. It went across the baseline, thankfully. Great body work there by Irwin.
Maya Harris out of her own zone. Picked up there by Pagani. Touch there from Jenkins forward to Sumter. Ariana Sumter from the near elbow back to Jenkins. She'll pull back to Maya Harris, and good defense there from Mia Sheasley all around. Harris never got the basketball with Schwartzfeger that came over to help out there for Laurel Highlands.
I wonder too, Brian, given the very slow style of play we've seen from the Lady Cougars and knowing they only have 9 players dressed, is their intention to just not wear down.
Correct. Try to preserve maybe their 5 available fouls per player they have out there as well. As Kinger picks up the foul there for Blackhawk, her first, team second on the floor. So the Mustangs will trigger it in. It's Blackhawk 8, Laurel Highlands 7. 1:39 left here in the opening quarter. Brian Morozak along with Josh Scully. Carl Childs behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back at Satter Davis & Davis, attorneys at law studios. Cougars going for the steal there with Pagani. She deflects it out of play. Will stay Laurel Highlands basketball here in the Cougar zone.
Some very liberal interpretations, I think, here, Brian, of the coaching box, especially on the Blackhawks.
Yeah, I don't think it exists, does it?
I don't know. It looks like they might have A-line on the floor out there. But
yeah, he's halfway back to the locker room right now.
He's ready for halftime.
Sumter here, edge of the zone for the Mustangs, backing off of Rabick, and now Sumter trying to take a seam. Well defended there by Hupp. Resets out to Taylor Irwin. Points down on the blocks might be tough to get tonight on both sides.
I would say so.
Schwartzfeger, far elbow, back up top again to Sumter. Sumter again trying to work here on Hupp. Sends in the corner. That's Jenkins for a 3. It rattles out. Hupp the rebound underneath there for Blackhawk.
Good looking shot, just could not get it to go, but got to tip your cap to Jenkins, because as soon as that rebound went to the Lady Cougars, there was no chance of the long pass. Jenkins back on top of the play instantly.
Near side, it's Hupp again. Hupp double teamed. Harris trying to tie it up. Again, kept alive. They'll go in the corner for a 3 ball that's on the way and good for Mia Sheasley. First points of the game for Sheasley come from outside the 3-point arc, and Blackhawk extends their lead to 4 now over Laurel Highlands at 11-7 with 40 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
Would love to see one more really strong possession here out of Laurel Highlands.
Here's Harris up top, trying to step back 3. They got blocked by Hupp. And now Harris down on the floor. Irwin with the basketball will get an injury timeout.
She looks to be okay,
yeah.
I hope.
She got dinged up against Knock and actually missed some time in the third quarter on Monday, came back into the game. That was a hard shot she took there.
She's moving pretty well, I think. Oh my, I think certainly given the fact that she's a senior and the season she's played, it's going to take a lot to get her out of this game.
Went over 1,000 career points against Mount Pleasant a couple of weeks ago. Has the basketball right now. The Mustangs down 11-7. 22 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Taylor Schwartzfeger with it now for Laurel Highlands. Near side to Era Jenkins. Up top to Righteous Richardson, who just checked into the game. Richardson out to Schwartzfeger. 10 left in the quarter. Schwartzfeger drives and gets the 2 to go.
What a take.
So Taylor Schwartzfeger has 5 of the 9 for the Mustangs. Blackhawk leading by 2, running out of time. Down to 2 seconds left, and a foul called here at midcourt. And the shot's not going to count. That was put up by Sheasley.
Well, thank goodness for that, Brian. My goodness.
And that foul's going to be on the floor against Harris. Her first, team second. The Mustangs will take that with 2.1 left here in the opening quarter. They have a Pagani to work it in. Pagani sending it towards the basket. A little juggle there from Sheasley trying to keep it alive, and time will expire after 1. And as expected, a competitive game with Blackhawk leading Laurel Highlands 11-9. We're back with a 2nd and 60 here on the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night.
The C. Harper Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive C. Harper Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-93. Schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Peachin Pharmacy has moved to the lower level of the Health First Medical Center building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville, and is now Farmana Pharmacy. Farmana Pharmacy offers free prescription delivery to Uniontown, Connellsville, and all over the area 5 days a week. When you call Farmana Pharmacy, you'll never talk to machines. You'll have real friendly people ready to help you. Phone 724-626-9600 for the new Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy, now located at the Health First Medical Building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville near the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
Blackhawk an 11-9 lead over Laurel Highlands. Girls 4A quarterfinal round action for Peters Township High School. Brian Morozak along with Josh Scully. Again, thanks to our video stream sponsors tonight, the Tiberi Law Offices. Matt George for Laurel Highlands School Board, the Laurel Highlands Girls Basketball Boosters. South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock. Blackhawk to trigger it in here to start the second quarter. They're working left to right as we describe it. Up 2 over the Mustangs at 11-9.
I really like Brian in that first quarter leading scorer for the Lady Mustangs, Taylor Schwartzfeger. She's somebody that you don't typically, and here's almost a break for the Lady Mustangs.
Hupp driving, shot partially blocked, deflected out of play. Will stay Blackhawk basketball here in the Laurel Highlands zone.
But you know Sumter and Jenkins are going to get their points. And they've not scored yet. And the fact that Swartfeger's put 5 up for you already, I think that's a good sign.
On the near wing, a 3 on the way from Sheasley, good. Mia Sheasley's second made 3 of the game, 26 made 3 of the season. Extends the Blackhawk lead to 5 over Laurel Highlands at 14-9 here at the 7:32 mark of the second quarter.
Sheasley coming in, averaging just 7.6 points per game. Look at that
shot. A little hook shot going down for Ariana Sumter. First 2 of the game for Sumter came in averaging 12 points and 7 rebounds a game. Has the Mustangs back to within 3 at 14-11 here at the 7:17 mark of the second quarter.
I'm a little surprised how willing so far this Lady Cougars team has been to live by the 3 ball.
They're going to be out of bounds here on the baseline to our right. Blackhawk with the basketball stepping on the line. It was either Hupp or Pagani there on the switch. Nonetheless, Mustangs will get it back down 3.
Good opportunity here for Laurel Highlands to chip away, maybe even tie the game on this possession.
Schwartzfeger back to Maya Harris. Harris across on the far side, fronted by Andrea Kinger. Harris trying to get it free off a screen set up there by Sumter, driving right in the lane. Another little hook off the glass and in. So Maya Harris, 6 of the 13 for Laurel Highlands. The Mustangs only down 1, Josh, at 14-13. 6:45 left before halftime.
I think she's just fine, Brian. She looked just fine there.
After going down early, we were concerned for a moment, but Harris coming to play. Look out here again. Sheasley, 3-ball rattling out that time. Backside Jenkins, the rebound there for Laurel Highlands. That one almost went down again for Sheasley. In transition, Schwartzfeger driving and missing. Sumter in traffic trying to go back up. 2 blocks there from Hupp. Now we'll get a jump ball called. Mustangs will get it off the possession arrow.
Really looking for Hupp to make some contact there. She must have just narrowly avoided doing so a couple of times on those blocks. But otherwise, hey, great work by Jenkins on the opposite end getting that rebound.
Been physical on both sides. Harris for 3 and the lead up top. Good. Maya Harris, 5 here in the second, 9 for the game. Lady Mustangs in the lead at 16-14.
My goodness, what a shot. And the confidence too, Brian. You're several steps behind the 3-point arc, and she never second-guessed herself and absolutely drained that one.
Yeah, Harris thrives in these playoff games. I go back to last year's first-round state game against Greater Johnstown. Hit a lot of shots like that when the Lady Mustangs needed it. Now driving on the inside here, Kinger drawing the foul like it going on Schwartzfeger. And it will.
That's a tough call, Brian. I mean, I understand it's Swartfeger with the body foul, moving her feet there, but, you know, Kinger might have got away with a step.
Kinger first of 2 free throws here, good for Blackhawk. So Kinger with 4. She came into the game 37 of 50 from the free throw line, 74%. Taylor Irwin now checking in here for Schwartzfeger. The Lady Mustangs basically playing just 6. You'll have the starting 5 with Richardson working her way into the lineup. That was pretty much the rotation Laurel Highlands used against Knock as well, as Kinger makes both free throws for Blackhawk to tie this game up at 16 with 5:55 left before halftime.
And what I like about that, Brian, is this is a Lady Cougars team that is not going to go a whole lot deeper than you tonight. The Lady Mustangs have fought that battle before, and they really shouldn't have to fight that battle tonight.
A tough turnover there, a little bounce pass forward that was sent from Jenkins to Irwin a bit too far, and Taylor could not hang on there on the baseline to our left. So Blackhawk will get the basketball back with the game tied at 16 with 5:43 left before halftime.
Really like to see a big stop here for the Lady Mustangs, and Righteous Richardson is always doing a great job here, showing off her athleticism.
You have Rabick dancing here for Blackhawk, and Olivia trying to pull it back there to Sheasley, almost deflected, but Mia Sheasley with the save there, resetting high on the left. She's fronted by Maya Harris. Sheasley directing traffic, coming far wing and in. Switches back with Grace Houston, who just checked into the game. Houston, the coach's daughter, with it. Pulling it off against Olivia Rabick. Now on the drive, Kinger unable to get it to go. Offensive rebound from Aubrey Hupp, and Hupp scores on the putback. So 5 for Hupp, and Blackhawk back in the lead at 18-16 over Laurel Highlands. We go under 5 minutes left here in the second quarter.
And Brian, really all night so far, I think that's the first time the Lady Mustangs were caught out of position inside against Hupp.
Harris for 3 up top, might have been partially blocked. Houston had the basketball. She was knocked down, and they're going to call a foul here on Laurel Highlands. I think it's going to go on Taylor Irwin.
That's going to be the first against Irwin.
We'll get a timeout taken here by Blackhawk. 4:49 left before halftime. 18-16 Cougars are back at 60 on the CR Prado Group High School Sports Night.
Good good times and good food. It's all at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown, family-owned and operated. Potter's has been a staple in the Uniontown community since 1950. So get out of the house and make your next night out at Potter's Bar and Grill on Morgantown Street in Uniontown. Call them up at 724-438-9835. That's 724-438-9835. Or visit Potter's on Facebook. We'll see you at Potter's.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Blackhawk with the basketball as we come out of the timeout. It was actually Laurel Highlands that took the timeouts for the Mustangs. The first one that they've spent, actually the first one called on either side, is Andrea Kinger has it right now, driving in and getting blocked there by the Mustangs, Ayara Jenkins.
Jenkins has done a great job under the basket tonight.
It actually went off of Blackhawk going out, so the Laurel Highlands basketball as the Mustangs trail by 2 at 18-16. Righteous Richardson back across, with Grace Houston defending. Switching back with Maya Harris. Harris backing off here, edge of the zone, directing traffic for the Mustangs. 4:12 left before halftime. Laurel Highlands the basketball down 2, and an errant pass there, intercepted by Grace Houston. Houston racing back, off balance shot, no good. Taylor Irwin, the rebound in traffic there for Laurel Highlands.
And Houston probably gets the foul against Harris there. If she leans in, she leans away, and Harris gets spared the foul call.
And Harris spinning back on the other side, putting it up and in. Another tough shot for Maya Harris, who has 7 here in the second, 11 for the game. And we're tied again at 18 with 3:45 left before halftime.
Love to see Harris take the game over in that way and just drive herself to the basket. She's got 7 points in this quarter alone.
You have Hupp operating up top, a little poke, and a save there, edge of the zone by Andrea Kinger. Kinger now resetting here high on the left, watched by Righteous Richardson, and a little hand check call there on the Lady Mustangs. Wasn't a lot of contact, Josh.
No, and I think both teams, Brian, have really tried, despite their aggressiveness, they have really tried to avoid anything that might be considered blatant contact, including those hand checks. Unfortunately, Righteous is right in front of the sideline official there when that happens.
And so far, the foul spread out. You have Harris, Richardson, Schwartzfeger, Sumter, and Irwin all a foul apiece on the Laurel Highlands side. Kinger and Hupp with fouls on the Blackhawk side. The Lady Mustangs have committed 3 fouls here in the second quarter. None have been committed yet by Blackhawk. Cougars have the basketball right now with Kinger off to her left. Hupp for 3, and she shows her range, knocking that one down. 19th made 3 of the season for Aubrey Hupp, and Blackhawk back in the lead at 21-18.
Love to see the Lady Mustangs get that shot back. Hupp is going to make some big shots. You're not going to be able to help that. Just keep focusing on what you've done well so far.
Far elbow, Jenkins missing there. Offensive rebound, Taylor Irwin missed on the putback. Ball still loose. Scrum is on, and it'll come free on the near side. Andrea Kinger will find it. Looking for an outlet pass to Houston, whose shot attempt actually hit the top of the glass right near the clock up there, Josh. That's ruled out of bounds. The shot dropped, but it will not count.
That's a nice break for the Lady Mustangs, because I did not think that shot had a prayer, and somehow it dropped right through the rim.
And that's 2 now. Blackhawk has taken off the board. Remember that mid-court shot that was ruled no shot after a foul was called on the floor against the Mustangs. There's Schwartzfeger open for 3. That's her spot, and she rattles home another one. Taylor Schwartzfeger, second made 3. She has 8. And we're knotted up again, Josh, at 21 with 2:23 left before halftime.
Got to love the offensive production out of a player known for her defense, but this is a big game, and she's given you a big effort. 8 points already, really impressive.
And she had 14 against Knock on Monday, and there's a turnover, losing it out of bounds. Andrea Kinger and the Lady Mustangs will get it back. We'll get a substitution here as Mia Sheasley will check back into the game for Grace Houston. So as expected, Josh, it's been tight so far, knotted up at 21, 2:13 left before halftime.
You know, it's one of those kind of games, Brian, where we knew it was going to be good, regardless of what kind of game it was, but you do feel like this game is slowly going to hit a boiling point and something big is going to happen. It's been a little quiet thus far.
Harris had a little poke, and now Schwartzfeger run over from behind by Sheasley. That'll be Mia's first personal foul, and the first foul of the quarter against the Cougars. 1:57 left before halftime as Taylor Schwartzfeger will send it back in here for the Lady Mustangs. Into Ayera Jenkins. Jenkins holding here high on the left now. Rotates here between the circles. Picked up by Aubrey Hupp. Sends it off to her right to Taylor Schwartzfeger.
And they're still keeping Hupp on Jenkins.
Irwin has it right now. She'll pivot off to her right. Hand back off to Schwartzfeger. Been pretty deliberate for the most part on both sides tonight. And now Schwartzfeger will be called for a double dribble. Good defense from Mia Sheasley.
I think Schwartzfeger was pretty close to getting away with that too, Brian, if the crowd for the Lady Cougars here hadn't been vocal.
Correct.
I don't know that would have been called.
We're on the Blackhawk side. Or check that, the Blackhawk side as well tonight. Lady Mustang fans off on the far side. And there's contact away from the ball. Offensive foul called here on Blackhawk. Going to post that one on Sheasley again. So 2 quick ones on Mia Sheasley here in the second quarter.
And that doesn't hurt because, hey, she's shown some dangerous looks from outside the arc, has buried a couple of threes tonight, and maybe you get one more on her before halftime and we can start talking.
Ariana Sumter bringing it across for the Mustangs. Touching off to Ayera Jenkins. Jumper from the foul line, no good. In traffic, Hupp another rebound, and she's going to get fouled.
Irwin trying to get a couple of quick hands in there to tie that ball up, and unfortunately caught a part of Hupp's elbow, so that's going to be 2 on Taylor Irwin.
First Mustang with multiple fouls so far tonight.
You really just want to get everybody through to halftime before anyone gets 3. You know, you can live with 2.
And they'll put Irwin on the bench right now. Righteous Richardson checking back in with 1:14 left before halftime. And this game knotted up at 21. Brian Morozak along with Josh Scully. Carl Childs behind the camera. Nick Barczyk back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Ava Pagani touch from Hupp. Near side over to Andrea Kinger. Kinger coming near baseline. Schwartzfeger defending. And Schwartzfeger will pick up her second personal foul.
That's the toughest call so far, I think, Brian, because I was just about to compliment Taylor on how quickly she is able to twist and turn and always stay in front of the basketball. And there's nobody on the opposite side of the gym very happy with that call either.
So Kinger will head to the free throw line. She's 2 of 2 from the foul line so far in this game. Came in 37 of 50 so far this season, 74%. First of 2 free throws here, good. She kind of leaned back and got it to drop. And Blackhawk now back in the lead at 22-21 over Laurel Highlands. 59 seconds left here in the second quarter. Second of 2 free throws, good again for Andrea Kinger. So 7 for Kinger. Blackhawk by 2, final minute of the second quarter.
Like to see the Lady Mustangs at least have one more really strong possession where they dictate the terms.
You're going to get a foul here on Blackhawks' Ava Pagani. Just her first. The Lady Mustangs will trigger it back in with Taylor Schwartzfeger. 51 seconds left before halftime. Edge of the zone, Jenkins back to Harris. And now Jenkins again up top. Good defense there from Hupp, and Hupp trying to force the held ball, and she got it. Blackhawk gets it this time off the arrow.
Was really hoping maybe we would see the opposite of what just previously happened with Irwin trying to tie up Hupp. Hupp looked like she really went across Jenkins's body there to force that tie up. And that would have, had we got that call, that would have been 2 on Hupp.
Kinger back across, a little juggle there high on the left, save Pagani now, a little dump down to Hupp, a little ball fake, shot up, no good, got her own rebound back, goes strong, he gets the 2 to go. Aubrey Hupp, 7 here in the second, 10 for the game. Blackhawk a 4-point lead over Laurel Highlands at 25-21, 20 seconds left before halftime, Josh.
Would really like to see Laurel Highlands get this back to 2, but they need to get a good shot here.
Jenkins from the elbow is going to second foul on Aubrey Hupp.
That's what we're looking for.
Let's see if Coach Greg Houston keeps her in here for the final 13 seconds of the second quarter.
Good call, Brian, because this could be her substitute right here.
It's going to be Amelia Buffalini, the 5'9 junior, to check in. So maybe a little more room down on the blocks for the Mustangs on this possession.
Got to capitalize on that.
Schwartzfeger to send it in. Over to Harris. Far side, that's Sumter looking for the 3. It's spun out. Harris going for the offensive rebound, deflected back. Sumter finds it again. 5 seconds left. Another deflection out of bounds with 3 seconds left. That one went off of Buffalini and out. So it'll be Laurel Highlands basketball still here in the Cougar zone.
Thought Sumter had that shot. Looked really good the whole way.
Schwartzfeger to work it in. Little lob out in front and putting it up, but unable to get the shot to drop there was Ayera Jenkins. So we'll go to halftime. Very competitive game. Top-seeded Blackhawk, a 25-21 lead over 8th-seeded Laurel Highlands. Stay tuned for a halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. It comes your way next here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live tonight.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amador Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
When your car is damaged, name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Voted best in Fayette for auto body repair. Family owned and operated for 61 years, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly, waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. To bring your vehicle over to Silva, call 724-437-2351. Now, Ted Silva proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check out their website at TargetSafetySolutionsLLC.com. Ted Silva, proud to support local high school sports. Uniontown Dental Associates, led by Doctors Jonathan Krisner, Jennifer Hart, Jocelyn Belitsky, and Dr. Kareem Shahama, offers a full range of dental services. Same-day crowns are a convenient solution for those needing immediate care, and one of the many services they offer. Whether you need clear aligners to discreetly straighten teeth, a permanent fix for missing teeth with implants or restorative options, they have you covered. Visit them at 7829 National Pike or phone 724-438-0241 to schedule your appointment. Experience top quality care with a personal touch. Uniontown Dental Associates, where your smile is their priority. Parker Jr., what's going on at Autoland Hyundai?
Over the past few weeks, we've had dozens of truckloads deliver over 120 new 2025 Hyundai, all right here at the dealership. We just dug them out of the snow. Every lot is full. We need room for the next shipment, so we're making great deals.
I'm listening.
We have over 30 new 2025 all-wheel drive Tucsons with 1.99% financing available. New 2025 all-wheel drive Santa Fe's with third-row seating also have 1.99% financing. Or get $3,000 off with HMF bonus cash on select Santa Fe. Looking for a lease? How about a 2025 Kona SEL all-wheel drive for $249 per month?
Plus Hyundai Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection included with every new Hyundai purchase, plus 3-year, 36,000-mile free maintenance. Stop by their location, 25 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, or visit their website, AutolandHyundai.com.
And remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Brian Morozak and Josh Scully back here at Peters Township High School. 25-21, Blackhawk leading Laurel Highlands. Got our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Josh has your halftime stats, and they're brought to you tonight by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Take it away, Josh.
Thank you, Brian. And this has been a very careful sort of basketball game. It started very slowly, and with your score 25-21 in favor of the Lady Cougars, only 7 players across both teams have scored so far in this game. We're going to take a look at the Blackhawk Lady Cougars first. They scored 11 in the first, 14 in the second for a total of 25 points. They are led by the 5'10 junior forward Aubrey Hupp, who has 10, 7 of those coming in the second quarter. Mia Sheasley, who does have 2 personal fouls, I should mention as well, Hupp also with 2 personal fouls. Sheasley has 6 points, 7 points for Andrea Kinger, including 4 of 4 from the foul line, 2 points for Olivia Rabick. She picked up those 2 points in the first quarter. So we have a total of 25 points for the Blackhawk Lady Cougars. For the Lady Mustangs, Laurel Highlands scored 9 in the first quarter, 12 in the second. They have 11 points out of Maya Harris, 7 of those coming in the second frame. 8 points from Taylor Swartfager, 2 points from Ariana Sumter. Ayera Jenkins has not yet scored, but has played a really strong overall game for this Lady Mustangs team. And what we'd really like to see for the Lady Mustangs, Brian, is for them to open up a bit. Both teams have played very tight. The difference so far in my mind is the Lady Cougars have been a bit more successful outside the arc.
Yes.
But the Lady Mustangs have knocked down 3 threes of their own. Both teams perfect from the foul line in the first half.
It should be a fun second half. Top-seeded Blackhawk leading 8th-seeded Laurel Highlands 25-21. For you folks on the radio side, just before 7 o'clock tonight, we'll get you out to the Geibel West Green game. That game, radio, audio only tonight on WMBS. So if you're listening on the radio to this Laurel Highlands Blackhawk game at Peters Township and you want to hear the finish, log on to the WMBS YouTube page. Again, the WMBS YouTube page will have the complete video broadcast of this game tonight. Of course, coming up tomorrow, live radio audio coverage of the Uniontown Red Raiders taking on Peters Township at Ringgold High School. That'll be a boys 5A quarterfinal round game. 6 o'clock start tomorrow. Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show starting at 5. Here at Peters Township High School tonight, halftime, Blackhawk leading Laurel Highlands 25-21. And again, a special thanks to our video stream sponsors tonight, the Tiberi Law Offices, Matt George for Laurel Highlands School Board, Laurel Highlands Girls Basketball Booster, South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott, and Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock. Blackhawk 25, Laurel Highlands 21. Second half comes your way next here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and YouTube Live.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Do you need a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services is here for you, offering new PA and West Virginia plates and ready to assist with your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, and ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. Serving Fayette County and all surrounding areas, open weekdays from 10 to 8:30 and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield. Call 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim Witt at Watson Mundorf LLP wish the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and all of our local teams the best of luck this year. Watson Mundorf is a premier regional law firm whose experience and expertise empower it to not only be an advocate for its clients, but also provide them with exceptional service to exceed expectations. With offices in Uniontown and Connellsville, they are local and here to serve you. Call 724-626-8882 for attorneys Bobby Gordon, Shane Gannon, and Tim.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valets. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
Just that easy.
The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood is a proud supporter of local high school sports. In fact, their annual charity golf outing has contributed dozens of scholarships to Fayette County students. The Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood, wishing all of our local high school teams a great season.
Brian Rozak, Josh Scully back here at Peters Township High School, about 90 seconds away from the start of the third quarter. Blackhawk a 25-21 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. The winner will advance to the semifinal round coming up on Monday against the winner of the game between Elizabeth Ford, the number 4 seed, and 5th seeded Beaver. The loser, Josh, is going to have to come back quickly on Saturday to play a PIAA play-in game. Now, if Laurel Highlands would fall, they'd travel to either Elizabeth Ford or Beaver, whoever would lose that game. If Blackhawk would lose here, they would host either Elizabeth Ford or Beaver in that PIAA play-in game.
And Elizabeth Ford in front of Beaver 15-8 after one quarter of play. So we'll see if the Lady Warriors are able to hold on to that one. I personally, having watched the Lady Mustangs and Lady Warriors play so many times over the last few years, I would like to see it one more time.
It'd be nice to see it in a semifinal, too, instead of a PIAA play-in game. A little more
high
certainly
stakes,
on the line. And we were actually joking or talking off the air we were wondering where a site would be for a Laurel Highlands Elizabeth Forward possible semifinal round game. You never know. It might end up back here, Ringgold, Charleroi. We'll have to be a little bit closer back in Fayette County, but I doubt that would happen.
Right. We had talked about a few different locations and probably none in Fayette County, although, we had mentioned even a place like Brownsville. I know.
And I'd like to see, but imagine if you have Geibel and Laurel Highlands both win tonight, then maybe you could play a doubleheader somewhere with both the Fayette County schools.
That would be so cool, yeah. That would
certainly be
really
neat for the community. We'll see what transpires, and here will be the Lady Mustangs with a basketball to start the third quarter. Again, for you folks on the radio side, expecting the Geibel game. It'll tip off at 7 o'clock against West Green, and we'll switch our radio audience to that game at 7 o'clock. And again, if you want to watch the finish of the Laurel Highlands game here with Blackhawk, it's on the WMBS YouTube page. Just pull it out on your phone, and the Mustangs cough it up, though, here. Mia Sheasley coming back for a quick two, and not the way Laurel Highlands wanted to start the third quarter.
No, and this quarter is going to be big, Brian, for both of these teams. This quarter will probably set the tone, certainly for the fourth quarter. I got a feeling at the end of this one, we're going to have a much better idea what direction we're heading.
And Sumter got stripped there. Look out, Blackhawk in transition. Sheasley again pulling it back left to the lane. Pagani will send it around the arc, and now a little dump down back to Hupp. Hupp out in front, contact, offensive foul, and the third personal on Aubrey Hupp.
My goodness, Brian, that is a big, big call.
Now, if you're Greg Houston right now, how long do you roll the dice? You're leading by 6. You maybe take Hupp out a little bit for a minute or two and kind of see how the game trends, or do you keep her out there with 3 personals?
I think his body language right now is communicating that he's thinking that exact same thought. He did not seem very pleased with the official who was near to him.
Great screen set up by Irwin, freeing up Harris, whose 3-ball just rattles out. Good look, though, Josh.
Yes, and a great shot. She had it there.
Olivia Rabick bringing it back across. Far side, Sheasley, edge of the zone now. Andrea Kinger. Blackhawk the basketball in a 6-point lead as we go under 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. A little juggle, and Sheasley with the save. Handing off down there to Hupp. Hupp pulling it back far side. Kinger jumper far elbow halfway down at the rim twice, then dropped out, and Schwartzfeger the rebound there for Laurel Highlands.
My question now is, Brian, do you attack Hupp?
I would. You have her out there with 3 personals. Let's get number 4, but an errant pass there. Schwartzfeger intended for Ariana Sumter goes out of play and back over to Blackhawk.
Sumter does have quite a bit of size on her current defender, at least on that possession, Rabick, but I would be so tempted to go to Jenkins. Jenkins is a great player. Hupp's right there with her. Let Jenkins drive and see if she can draw.
Here's a nice tie-up between Schwartzfeger, Harris, and Sheasley forcing the jump ball. This time Blackhawk will get it off the possession arrow, but the Mustangs at least switch the arrow with 6:27 left here in the third quarter. Blackhawk leading Laurel Highlands 27-21.
Really need a stop here. You'd like to keep this one 2 possessions, even with a lot of time left. You'd hate to start to have to play catch-up.
Rabick dumped down there to Sheasley again. Back out to Rabick. Near side, Kinger for 3. Good. Andrea Kinger, her second made 3. She's in double figures with 10 points. And for the Mustangs, got to look at the scoreboard right now, Josh. You're down 9 at 30-21.
And again, I still think it's on the table to try to get that 4th foul on Hupp. I do think that changes the game the rest of the way.
You get a drive in here, and Hupp letting Sumter go. First 2 of the third quarter for the Lady Mustangs. They're back to within 7 at 30-23. 5:50 left here in the third. And that's the other thing it'll do, Josh. You bring it at her, she's going to have to pull back a little. They can't be as aggressive defensively. We saw that play out there on the last possession.
She was very careful, that's for certain.
Far side, Sheasley for 3. Put it out the back iron, no good. Jenkins in traffic, the rebound there for Laurel Highlands. Gets a little help from Sumter, brings it across. Down to Schwartzfeger, far block. Resets out to Irwin. 3-ball on the way, but spinning out for Taylor Irwin and skying for the rebound. Aubrey Hupp for Blackhawk. Will contact underneath. We'll get a Mustang foul.
I think they probably get Schwartzfeger here. And that's going to be
her third.
Third, yeah.
That's a big foul, too, for the Lady Mustangs' best defender.
You really need her now to be careful through the end of this quarter. You need to get her out of this quarter with 3 personal fouls.
Blackhawk the basketball in a 7-point lead at 30-23. 5:13 left here in the third. A reset again with Ava Pagani.
And you know what's interesting? I'm sorry, Brian. What's interesting is that they really like to use Hupp to set these screens.
Yes.
And you're one wrong screen away from a 4th personal foul, so you got to wonder if it changes their offense too.
Hupp has it now, left to the, actually Hupp operating left to the lane. She doesn't have the basketball as Pagani drives and misses. Hupp gets the offensive rebound and scores on the putback. And that's how she is so strong down on the blocks for the Cougars. She has 12 and the lead back up to 9 at 32-23 with 4:42 left here in the third.
Right now, the Lady Mustangs just need to keep playing the hand they're dealt. They've got the size mismatch with Sumter. You've got Jenkins, maybe can get something going here against Hupp.
Irwin up top, bouncing it back into the corner there to Sumter. Off to Jenkins, who drives, floats it up, but the shot won't drop. And Olivia Rabick with a rebound there for Blackhawks. So Blackhawk the basketball in a 9-point lead with 4:17 left here in the third.
You really got to start picking up some stops here now for certain.
Driving and scoring again for Blackhawk to make it a double-digit lead. There is Kinger. So Kinger with 12. It's 34-23 Blackhawk. 4:08 left here in the third. Timeout on the court. We'll take it as well. We're back at 60 on the CR Prado Group High School Sports Night.
Magisterial District Judge Nathan Henning congratulates the Uniontown Red Raiders, the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs, and all our local teams on their successful season. District Judge Nathan Henning recognizes that a successful season requires teamwork and is the result of the hard work of the players, coaches, and the support of their families. Good luck to the Uniontown Red Raiders and Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs in the WPIAL playoffs, and best wishes for continued success from District Judge Nathan Henning.
Ready to update your home? Find what you need at Zen's Construction Warehouse. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff will be happy to help you the old-fashioned way. Zen's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 2. 485 Walnut Hill Road in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, 724-366-8274. Or visit Zen's Construction Warehouse's Facebook page.
Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings.
Brian Rosenak, Josh Scully back here at Peters Township High School. Laurel Highlands in trouble now, down 11 to Blackhawk at 34-23. 4:08 left here in the third quarter. Again, for you folks on the radio side, we get you out for the start of Geibel and West Green, tipping off right around 7 o'clock tonight with Gary Frankhauser and Tony Hanula on the call.
You really would like to see Laurel Highlands find their groove now. It's not too late for that. They need a strong 4 minutes here to close this quarter out. It has been a challenging quarter for them.
Maya Harris sending it in there to Ariana Sumter. Laurel Highlands just 2 points here in the quarter, a 2 from Sumter. On a play where Aubrey Hupp, who has 3 personal fouls for Blackhawk, kind of let her go. And again, Hupp still out there with 3 personals. Mustangs dumping it down to Jenkins. Hupp defending. Jenkins from the foul line trying to back her way in. A little turn and shoot out in front. Put it off the glass. Shot wouldn't drop. She got her own rebound to keep it alive.
Little hand check there from Hupp, and I think as soon as she realized it, she snapped her hands back out. She certainly did not want to get her 4th foul that way.
Harris now driving. Hupp with a block from behind, and Hupp finds the loose ball there for Blackhawk. Boy, she tough out there, Josh, even with 3 personal fouls.
Yes, she is.
Hupp pulling off far wing. Watch for some longer possessions now on the Cougars side, leading by 11. With their top scorer in a little bit of foul trouble right now. Trying to take a little air out of the basketball.
And we've seen them do that once already, Brian. They really started this game very methodical.
Another foul coming up here on Laurel Highlands. Going to get posted on Ayera Jenkins. Just her first on the floor, so no damage done there. And the Mustangs will sub out Jenkins with Righteous Richardson coming back into the game. As Blackhawk sends it in the backcourt to Andrea Kinger. So Kinger resetting out of her own zone. Blackhawk the basketball leading by 11 with 3:05 left here in the third. Mia Sheasley, a little switch back up top there with Pagani. Down again to Hupp. Hupp a little ball fake, nothing there. Kicks near side. Kinger, 3-ball at the side of the rim, no good in traffic. Sumter pulling down the rebound, trying to keep it alive. We're going to get a timeout granted here from the Mustang bench. So Stu Davis heads up play there, keeping possession for the Lady Mustangs. They trail Blackhawk 34-23. So we have a 30-second timeout, 2:52 left here in the third. We'll step aside for a 30-second break here on the CR Piranha Group High School Sports Night.
North Union Township Recreation Center and Supervisors Kurt Matthews, Rob Tupta, and Ron Landman are proud sponsors of the Laurel Highlands High School basketball team. North Union Rec Center wishes the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs the best of luck in the playoffs. For information on North Union Township Rec Center volleyball, basketball, and soccer leagues, please phone 724-438-7350 or visit their website, northunionreccenter.com.
Brian Morozack, Josh Scully back here at Peters Township High School. 2:52 left here in the third quarter. Blackhawk leading Laurel Highlands 34-23. Reminder for you folks to get on the radio side. Just a couple of minutes, we're going to switch you out to the start of the Geibel West Green game. You can switch over to the WMBS YouTube page to watch the remainder of this game. And, of course, we'll pass along a recap once Geibel West Green wraps up. And Tony and Gary will also pass along the final score of this contest as well. Maya Harris with it right now for the Lady Mustangs, coming far wing and in. Out to Schwartzfeger, a little ball fake. Now Taylor backing outside the three-point arc. Over to Harris. Harris again coming far baseline in traffic. Tough shot. Couldn't get it to go. Got her own rebound. Put it up and back in again this time, Josh. So Harris, her first 2 of the third, has 13 for the game. Lady Mustangs back to within 9 at 34-25.
And she kind of shot that like she was holding a sling.
Yes.
She just fired it up off the glass and got the perfect spot.
Kinger up top again to Sheasley. Watch there by Harris. Kinger on the switch here with Ava Pagani, and back in the hands of Andrea Kinger. Again, this Blackhawk team deadly from the outside. We've certainly seen them knock down their fair share of threes so far tonight. This time driving on the inside. Kinger no good. Ball loose underneath. Schwartzfeger fighting for it. Get another jump ball called. This time the Lady Mustangs get it off the possession arrow.
And every one of those defensive rebounds, Brian, at this point in the game is worth its weight in gold, because that's an opportunity you're taking away from the Lady Cougars, and probably an inside look for somebody like Hupp if she is inside, and she typically has been this half at least. Certainly every defensive rebound the Lady Mustangs can get their hands on, they need it.
Big possession here. Laurel Highlands down 9 with the basketball. Harris up top. A lot of contact there with Rabick. Nothing called. Harris stays with it. Tries to spin here right in the lane. Ball comes loose. Saved by Schwartzfeger here on the near wing. Taylor now driving. Trying to get the shot up. Was partially blocked. Stu Davis wanted a foul. Not going to get it. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll stay with the Lady Mustangs here in the Blackhawk zone.
Tough break there because Schwartzfeger probably did get fouled, but unfortunately no call. And hey, the good news is, Brian, the possession is awarded to the Lady Mustangs here.
Ahara Jenkins checking back in. She has the basketball here off the inbounds pass. Back to Harris. Quick three off the side of the rim. No good. Goes out of bounds and back over to Blackhawk. So 1:36 left here in the third. Again, our live video stream, courtesy of the Tiberi Law Offices. Matt George for Laurel Highlands School Board, the Laurel Highlands Girls Basketball Boosters, South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock. Final 90 seconds of the third quarter, and quickly up the floor for a quick two. Ava Pagani, her first 2 of the game, Josh.
Great look there. Pagani almost got too far under the glass, but at the last second was able to flip that up and get it to go. I thought that was the kind of pass that the Lady Mustangs would be able to intercept too.
In the corner, Harris for 3, no good for Laurel Highlands. Ball goes out of bounds and back over to Blackhawk. So it's Blackhawk 36, Laurel Highlands 25, 1:08 left here in the third. At the end of the third quarter, we're going to switch our radio audience again out to the start of the Geibel West Green game. Again, you can continue to watch this game on the WMBS YouTube page. We'll pass along the final score and a recap once Geibel and West Green wraps up tonight. So Blackhawk up 11 with the basketball. Aubrey Hupp pulling it back up top. Rabick open for 3, put it off the back iron, no good. Jenkins the rebound there for the Lady Mustangs. Off to Harris and across to Taylor Irwin. Good bounce pass with contact down low. Which way is it going to go? It's going to be a charge called here on Jenkins. That's a tough break there, Josh.
Definitely, because it looked like everybody who was in the paint there was moving. Both of the Cougars defenders certainly seemed like they were taking steps. You had Jenkins moving through. That is a tough break.
So Blackhawk coming out of their own zone. 35 seconds left here in the third quarter. Blackhawk 36, Laurel Highlands 25. Kinger with it up top. Irwin defending. Pulling it back over to Ava Pagani. Now Aubrey Hupp. Hupp left of the lane, coming inside. Got double teamed and had it taken away by Era Jenkins. Back to Maya Harris. 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harris far side looking for Schwartzfeger. That ball deflected out of bounds. Off of Blackhawks, Ava Pagani going out. So stay Laurel Highlands basketball here in the Blackhawk zone with 10.5 left here in the third quarter. Blackhawk 36, Laurel Highlands 25. Again, one final reminder for you folks on the radio side, we're going to leave you here at the end of the third quarter and take you out to the start of Geibel and West Green. This game continues on the WMBS YouTube page. Here's Ariana Sumter for Laurel Highlands with a second left over to Schwartzfeger. The Mustangs don't get a shot away there to end the third quarter. So after 3, it's Blackhawk 36, Laurel Highlands 25. A big quick timeout for you folks on the radio side. We'll get out to the start of Geibel and West Green here on the C.R. Browning Group High School Sports Night.
Thanks to customers.
If you folks still with us here on the video side, Brian Morozak along with Josh Scully, 36-25. Blackhawk leading Laurel Highlands, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. And Josh, you look at the stats after 3. Laurel Highlands just 4 points in that third quarter, 2 from Harris and 2 from Sumter.
And that hurts, Brian, because that quarter in a game like this is so important. It really dictates the fourth quarter. It's going to set the script now. You're going to see the Blackhawk Lady Cougars really slow down. We thought they were playing slow before. They have no reason to try to rush or push anything. And, of course, on the other side of that now, the Lady Mustangs almost have to sell out for every opportunity they can get and really push themselves forward. They're going to have to take more than likely, some very low percentage shots. They have not got the looks inside. They have got a couple of shots outside, but they've not got those threes to go down. And, their bread and butter all season, those inside looks to Sumter and Jenkins just have not been there tonight. And I do think the silver lining to this is if you get that fourth foul on Hupp in the first minute, maybe 90 seconds.
And you got a fighter's chance.
Yes.
Well, Blackhawk will start the fourth quarter with the basketball working right to left as we describe it. Andrea Kinger will bring it across. You get both of these teams, Josh. I think they've really only used Blackhawk maybe 7 players. Laurel Highlands just 6 so far tonight as Hupp comes free underneath. Another foul will get posted here on the Mustangs as Hupp went up, shot attempt no good, but she drew the foul.
We'll see who they get here out of Harris and Jenkins.
That's going to be on Jenkins, her third. So you have 3 on Schwartzfeger, 3 on Jenkins on the Laurel Highlands side, 3 on Aubrey Hupp, who's at the free throw line for Blackhawk, and she'll miss the first of 2 free throws here. Hupp came in 83% for the season, Josh, from the free throw line, 130-157.
That is the first missed foul shot in this game.
And both teams have been solid tonight. Hupp second of 2, good as she rattles that one home, so 13 points for the 5'10 junior forward, Aubrey Hupp. And Blackhawk a 12-point lead over Laurel Highlands at 37-25 with 7:42 left here in the fourth.
Every possession now for the Lady Mustangs, you really have to convert something. You've got to pick up a foul. You've got to get a bucket. You've got to make it productive. You cannot have any more empty possessions.
Jenkins out to Schwartzfeger. Schwartzfeger driving and missing there for Laurel Highlands. Rebound tipped around. Sumter finds it and floats it up and in. So Ariana Sumter now with 6 for Laurel Highlands. Lady Mustangs back to within 10 at 37-27 with 7:17 left here in the fourth.
And you want to start putting some stops together here. Again, those defensive rebounds are invaluable.
What a crossover there, Kinger. Then the kick in the corner, the made 3, Aubrey Hupp. That hurts if you're Laurel Highlands. Second made 3 of the game for Hupp. She has 4 here in the fourth, 16 for the game. The Blackhawk lead up to 13 again at 40-27.
Very tough break there, Hupp. Great shot outside.
Mustangs down low, and it was Jenkins with Hupp letting her go, but Jenkins couldn't get the shot to drop. Maybe the 2 open that time, Josh.
Yeah, and Hupp was going to let her have it. I mean, she just stood there and was ready to collect the rebound, but otherwise was really not going to contest it.
You can see why this Blackhawk team has lost only 2 games so far this season. Number 1 seed defending state champions, even though but undermanned here today. Certainly playing tough and trying to take a little air out of the ball again, but this time Hupp looking to drive. To me, that looked like a clean block from Jenkins, but officials saw it another way, and she'll pick up her 4th personal foul. That was all ball.
Definitely looked like it. I thought the last one was actually relatively close, Brian. That one looked even more, in my mind, your traditional block.
Yes. Now Hupp at the foul line. First of 2 free throws good. So Hupp 17. 5 here in the fourth quarter. Blackhawk now up 14 at 41-27 with 6:24 left here in the fourth. Hupp now for a second of 2 on the way and good again. So Aubrey Hupp, 18 points, came into the game averaging 21.3 a game. And Blackhawk now a 15-point lead over Laurel Highlands. That ball poked out of bounds will stay with the Mustangs here in the Blackhawk zone.
And Brian, this game was tied, if my memory serves correctly, at 21.
Yes.
Since then, it has been 21-6.
Laurel Highlands just 4 points in that third quarter, just 2 so far here in the fourth. A make from Ariana Sumter. And Maya Harris into the corner. There to Taylor Irwin, a little poke from behind from Ava Pagani, and Pagani will pick up the foul. It'll be her second. First team foul of the fourth quarter for Blackhawk as well. They played a disciplined game here tonight as well, Josh.
Yes, they've made very few mistakes. They've been very careful, especially when they've needed to.
Harris coming near wing and in with Strip going up. Blackhawk finding a loose ball. Mia Sheasley pulling it back out high on the left. Over to Andrea Kinger, watched there by Harris. Kinger back over to Sheasley, little ball fake coming baseline, a little kick out to send it around back to Pagani. Now Pagani looking to drive and another Mustang foul. Well, yeah, not a whole lot of contact on a lot of these fouls, Josh.
No, sir.
They got Irwin on her third. And that'll send Pagani to the free throw line to shoot 2 here for Blackhawk. Cougars up 15, 5:45 left here in the fourth. First of 2 free throws, no good for Ava Pagani. So the Mustangs don't come back in this game, Josh. They'll return to action in a winner go-home game for the season coming up on Saturday against the loser of the Beaver Elizabeth Forward game as Pagani knocks down the second of 2 free throws. So and 3 for Pagani.
Checking to see, Brian, if we have any update. The last update, halftime, Elizabeth Forward 33, Beaver 24.
EF playing strong. Another Mustang miss on that possession. They're down 16 with 5:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Hupp back out again to Mia Sheasley. A little switch here with Kinger. Kinger between defenders, floating off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound in traffic pulled down by Taylor Irwin. Off and across to Maya Harris. Harris left to the lane. Back to Ariana Sumter. Touch from Schwartzfeger. Near side right, just Richardson between defenders. Floating it up off the glass. Shot attempt no good. And the rebound pulled down by Aubrey Hupp. Blackhawk trying to make this fourth quarter go by quickly, Josh. Leading by 16 as we go under 5 minutes left here in the fourth.
Yeah, they have to feel pretty well about how they've played in the second half. The first half, they did fine. I felt like it was really anybody's game, but this second half, they have demonstrated for us why they are the defending PIAA champion.
Another make there from Pagani. She has 5, extends the lead with a timeout. 4:45 left here in the fourth in the North Union Township Recreation Center. And supervisors Kurt Matthews, Rob Tupton, and Ron Lamb, and our proud sponsor, the Laurel Highlands High School basketball team. The North Union Rec Center wishes the Lady Mustangs the best of luck in the playoffs. For more information on the North Union Township Rec Center volleyball, basketball, and soccer leagues, please phone 724-438-7350. In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been servicing the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first, and they're not stopping anytime soon. Their commitment to excellence in sales and service remains stronger than ever. You can visit the Mike Kelly Automotive Group today and experience the Mike Kelly difference, because when you buy from the Mike Kelly Automotive Group, you buy from family. 4:45 left here in the fourth quarter. Blackhawk 45, Laurel Highlands 27. Reminder to join us tomorrow for more high school basketball playoff action. Uniontown will be taking on Peters Township at Ringgold High School. Boys 5A quarterfinal round action. Our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 5. Opening tip set for 6. That game radio only. Again, the WPIAL putting that game behind a paywall tomorrow. So no video, Josh, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, Brian, I wouldn't have mind watching that one, but I'll listen to it just the same.
Come down with us. You're more than welcome. Make the trip down to Ringgold with us tomorrow. Be with the mayor, Tony Hanul, is actually on the call right now with Gary Frankhauser of the Geibel girls game against West Green tonight.
Should be a good game there as well.
4:34 left here in the fourth. Blackhawk the basketball now leading Laurel Highlands by 18 at 45-27. 4:25 left in regulation. Harris making Pagani go down, and the Mustangs getting the finish on the backside there with Sumter. So Sumter with 8. Laurel Highlands down 16 at 45-29. 4:11 left. Hupp avoiding the steal. Now Blackhawk in no hurry, backing out. Again with Andrea Kinger, but some pressure on the basketball from Sumter, and Sumter coming back. Got stripped going back up by Kinger, but the Lady Mustangs will keep the basketball here in the Blackhawk zone. No foul called on that play again, Josh.
That's happened a few times this half, Brian. It's unfortunately happened predominantly to Laurel Highlands.
And now Maya Harris going back to work. Shot with the left hand there, no good. Harris goes down, and Olivia Rabick picks up the loose ball there for Blackhawk. Off and across to Andrea Kinger. Pulls back here high on the left. Kinger going cross-court far side to a wide-open Mia Sheasley. She chooses not to shoot. Sumter, good defense. Now Sumter going down as Sheasley drives and scores again. So Mia Sheasley in double figures with 10. Blackhawk back up 18 again at 47-29 with 3:30 left here in the fourth quarter.
Well, hopefully, Brian, for the Lady Mustangs, this game, unfortunately, not quite what they wanted. But you get a good chance to come right back Saturday.
Yeah, Aaron pass there. Rabick on the intercept. Down in traffic to Aubrey Hupp, who gets another 2 to go. Hupp now 8 here in the fourth, 20 for the game. Blackhawk a 20-point lead over Laurel Highlands at 49-29. You go back, you'll get last year's semifinal round final between these two games. Josh, 51-29 Blackhawk might have a similar result here tonight.
Yeah, you very well could. It could be a very, very similar score, in fact.
On the inside in traffic, a lot of contact, and they're going to call a charge there on Jenkins. And the Mustangs have got all these calls going against them all night.
That's going to be 5 against Jenkins.
She's done. Jenkins fouls out with 2:54 left here in the fourth without scoring a point in this game. I think her dad's about ready to leave the building too.
Well, you know what? If I can say this for her, she's played a good game aside from the scoring column.
Look out here, Sheasley, another quick two. Sheasley with 4 here in the fourth, 12 for the game, 51-29 Blackhawk. 2:42 left here in the fourth. Richardson, baseline jumper near side, no good. Ball goes right underneath to Andrea Kinger again for Blackhawk. And here's Kinger dancing around, kicking it out on the far side of Rabick. Blackhawk in no hurry to shoot. Sheasley again, back to Rabick here, edge of the zone. And 2:20 left in the fourth quarter. Dumped down again to Hupp, and she'll get the basket to go and one, ring it up. Likely the fourth for Schwartzfeger. Hupp now 10 here in the fourth, 22 for the game. And the route is on. Lead at 24 at 53-29, 2:15 left in the fourth quarter.
Really can't say enough for Aubrey Hupp. I mean, she's played a great game. Probably well on her way to that double-double again.
Yes.
She may already be there. She's there in the points column.
Hupp's free throw to cap off the three-point play. It's good. And 23 for Aubrey Hupp, 54-29 Blackhawk, 2:12 left here in the fourth quarter as Taylor Schwartzfeger brings it back across for the Lady Mustangs. Bouncing it off to a new entry on the Laurel Highlands side. They're Chloe Price, a talented freshman, seeing her first action today. That ball deflected out. Schwartzfeger will send it back in here for Laurel Highlands with 2:03 to play.
Yeah, Chloe Price is going to be a really special player for this Laurel Highlands team.
Sumter up top, drains a three. That'll help the cause on the Laurel Highlands side. Sumter 7 here in the fourth, 11 for the game, and a quick whistle. And that might be the fifth on Schwartzfeger. It is. So Schwartzfeger becomes the second Mustang to foul out with 1:56 left here in the fourth. And the Mustangs over the limit here in the fourth quarter as well. So Blackhawk heading to the other side to shoot a couple of free throws. I'll also have to send Josh some recovery wishes out to two of our colleagues today, Billy Dice and Steve Super, who both had some minor procedures done today. We hope both Billy and Steve are doing good in recovery.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully they're both back on their feet soon.
First of two free throws good there for Kinger. I think Billy has our game up on his big screen tonight. Appreciate Billy tuning in. Now substitution here, Grace Houston back into the game, replacing Olivia Rabick on the Blackhawks side.
We'll have to take home one of these media packets to Bill so that he can see.
He did a
this
great
is
job
right in his wheelhouse.
Yes. We'll bring some souvenirs home for him. One of the things we could not bring home, though, is a Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs win tonight, unfortunately. Over and back call there on Blackhawks. Laurel Highlands gets it back with 1:46 to play. Blackhawk up 55-32. Is there going to be a technical there on Stu Davis? And he's hot.
Well, I would say has a reason to be.
Yeah, I agree.
Mean, this has been a trying half, and Blackhawk is a very good team. But I do think you just have not had much go your way if you're Laurel Highlands. Both the elements of the game that you can control and the ones you can't control. And I'm sure that's what has him unhappy right now.
And early on, the way Laurel Highlands was playing, and we even said in the pregame as well, you thought they had a legitimate chance to win here tonight. But unfortunately, you had those calls go against you, and some other breaks don't go your way. It's tough to win in that kind of a situation against the Blackhawk team that entered 21-2 defending state champions, the number 1 seed, as Hupp makes both free throws to give her now 25 points for the game. And the lead's at 25 right now at 57-32 with 1:46 to play.
Great game by Hupp, that's to say the very least. Even from the foul line, just one miss tonight for her from the stripe, so she's done a really nice job.
Dancing between defenders, Sheasley. Back on the near side, Pagani. 1:32 to play. Blackhawk the basketball and a 25-point lead. There's going to play a little four corners. Irwin, a little deflection there. Should be a foul there on Houston for pulling down Irwin. It is. The Mustangs get a foul going their way, Josh, but a little bit too late. Yes. Down 25 with 1:26 to play.
I'll be honest with you, Brian. I actually did not think they were going to call that against Blackhawk. I
waited a little while, and it's Stu Davis just get kicked out.
Yeah.
And Stu Davis is done.
I think he probably said maybe what I just said.
Yeah, it's about time they got a call.
Yeah.
They didn't hear you, so they can't come up here and give you a technical foul. So Aubrey Hupp going back to the line, another pair of technical free throws. I worked last night with Shay Fleener doing the Geibel boys against Aquinas Academy, and Shay said the one thing he likes about doing radio and TV now, he can say whatever he wants about the officials with no consequences. And, of course, in a joking way. But Shay was actually joking with some of the officials earlier in the season when we worked together and said, hey, what are you guys going to do about me tonight?
Right, yeah.
59-32 Blackhawk. They retain possession with 1:26 to play. And a big surprise, WPIAL football-wise, Matt Humberts announced earlier today he's stepping down as Bell Vernon's head football coach.
That's really surprising. All the success, some contact there going after a loose ball, all the success that he's had with that program.
Taylor Irwin got run over, and she's slow in getting up there by Ava Pagani. I think right now for the Lady Mustangs, you have John Robinson serving as the acting head coach right now with Stu Davis leaving the building. Now, Stu will still be able to coach Saturday, correct?
I believe so, yes.
I think there was a time when that wasn't the case. I think they made that rule change in the last few years.
Yeah, and certainly that's going to be a big game. I mean, I would think it's a big game for your seniors. You know, the seniors are going to want to keep playing no matter what.
Yeah, I want to get back to the state playoffs after that run to the state Sweet 16 last year. And again, you looked at the final 8 teams left in girls 4A. You knew there was going to be some good teams with only 6 state playoff berths alive. Some good teams missing out on the state playoffs this year, and we'll see what transpires on Saturday. My guess is, Josh, we'll probably have radio coverage only on Saturday because both of the possible venues, both Elizabeth Forward and Beaver, have NFHS cameras at their sites. I looked at that earlier today, which would not allow us to do a live video game. But certainly if we can, we'll have it for you here on the air. It might just be audio only on Saturday for that state play-in game for the Lady Mustangs.
And that other game that we've had our eye on has tightened up a bit. Elizabeth Forward held a relatively comfortable lead at halftime, but at the end of 3 quarters, they lead by just 5.
It should be an interesting fourth quarter there. Here, Blackhawk with 10 seconds left, just dribbling it out. 59-32. We'll get a late jump ball called. And again, I have to send a huge thank you out to some great community supporters. The Tiberi Law Offices, Matt George for Laurel Highlands School Board, the Laurel Highlands Girls Basketball Boosters, the South Union Township Supervisor, Jason Scott, Magisterial District Judge Daniel Shimshock. They all made it possible for you to be able to watch not only this game, but the Lady Mustangs' first-round playoff win over Knox. So please support those individuals in the community as well. As Sumter misses there on a 3, and that'll do it. Your final score, Blackhawk 59 and Laurel Highlands 32. So Blackhawk advances to the semifinals. They'll play on Monday. The Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs will play a PIAA play-in game coming up on Saturday. Again, Blackhawk playing the winner of that game between Elizabeth Ford and Beaver. Elizabeth Ford and Beaver. Laurel Highlands playing the loser of that contest between those 2 teams. So 59-32, your final score here tonight. Josh has your final stats here in our post-game show, being brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy, now in the Health First Medical Building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville. Final stats brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County.
Well, Brian, we're going to start with the Laurel Highlands Lady Mustangs. Believe it or not, over the course of this game, they only had 3 players score. They unfortunately did not get the sort of offensive production that they typically might. They have averaged almost 60 points per game this season. They scored just 32 tonight. 9 in the first quarter, 12 in the second quarter, 4 in the third, 7 in the fourth. So just 11 points for the Lady Mustangs after halftime. And all of their fourth quarter scoring was actually a product of Ariana Sumter. She had 7 points in that final frame to give her a total of 11. Maya Harris with 13, 11 of her points coming in the first half. And for Swartfager, 8 points, all 8 of those coming in the first half. So it was a difficult second half for the Lady Mustangs. Obviously, Brian and I, we mentioned it multiple times that there were some foul calls certainly that did not go the Lady Mustangs' way. And I think probably too, Brian, one other element that probably fed into that, if you're Coach Davis, if you're the Lady Mustangs, going into that fourth quarter, that's when you really needed the fouls to swing your way. That was your last big chance. And if you could have picked up another foul or two on Hupp or even scattered some fouls across this Lady Cougars roster, unfortunately for them, that did not happen. On the Lady Cougars side, of course, 25 points at halftime. They were good for 11 points in the third quarter, and then the big fourth quarter where they scored 23 points for a total of 59. Your leading scorer for the Lady Cougars is going to be Aubrey Hupp. Hupp had 25 points, including a really impressive night from the foul line. She missed just one foul shot the entire game, and she had in the fourth quarter alone 8 makes. She was 8 of 9 in the fourth quarter from the foul line. Of course, she shot their technical foul shots, and she did have the one foul shot in the first quarter as well that she made for a total of 25 points for her tonight. Mia Cheesley also very good tonight for the Lady Cougars. She's going to end tonight with 12 points. And Andrea Kinger is going to conclude this evening with 13. Also scoring tonight for the Lady Cougars, Olivia Rabick. She did all of her scoring in the first half. Ava Pagani did all of her scoring in the second half. So really, Brian, for both teams, not a lot of players getting onto the stat sheet. We only have, by my calculation here, 8 total scores for both teams total, which is really impressive. Across the entire contest, now the Lady Mustangs did not go to the foul line sans one time when Harris took 2 foul shots in the first quarter. Across the entire contest, just 3 missed foul shots. And of course, the Lady Cougars did quite a bit of foul shooting tonight, Brian, especially in that final quarter.
So again, the Lady Mustangs will have a quick bounce back coming up on Saturday against the loser of the Beaver-Elizabeth Forward game. And for Laurel Highlands, it'll be winner, you go home for the season. That's a PIAA play-in game. We'll pass along information on that game as soon as we have it, probably sometime tomorrow from the WPIAL. Josh, enjoyed working with you tonight. Also, before we go, though, I have to pick our players of the game, brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott.
Well, Brian, I think if we're going to look maybe for a player of each team, because you'd really like to come out of this with Lady Mustang recognized, I think on the Lady Cougar side, it's quite easy. You have to go Aubrey Hupp, who did a little bit of everything for you. She kept herself out of significant foul trouble. She played very careful but still meaningful defense. She was great on the glass. She moved around. She played offensively virtually everywhere. She's got the 2 made threes tonight. Excellent work from the foul line, 9 of 10. Scored field goals in a variety of different ways. I think you have to go that way for the Lady Cougars. And for the Lady Mustangs, I have a hard time, and I'm sure this is maybe a soft spot in my heart for this young lady. I have a hard time not going to Harris.
I agree.
Only because she is your leading scorer on that side. Really came out of the gate hot. And even in the second half, you got a sense from her, and you really got a sense from all of the Lady Mustangs. None of them were giving up. You know, you saw their emotions when Jenkins and Swartfager foul out of this game. They still wanted to play. They still wanted to push and work. But what I liked about Harris was in a game like this, you need your leading scorers to remain confident and keep working the basketball. And Harris only had 2 points in the second half, but every time she touched the ball, you knew that she was trying to find a way to end that scoring drought that the Lady Mustangs went through. And she worked and fought and battled. I'm remembering even right now, late in the game, she drove off of the wing to our right. And there were many times, you know, the Lady Cougars are reaching in. She's got the ball essentially between her ankles. She's trying to save it and maintain control of it. And I thought, my goodness, the spirit she has.
Yeah, put it all out there for sure.
Right. And I think that's really important to see, and I think it's going to be important for them on Saturday.
Yes. Now see what transpires. Josh, enjoyed working with you again tonight.
Yeah, great to work with you, Brian. We had a lot of fun.
Again, the Blackhawk Cougars advance to the WPIAL 4A semifinal round, 59-32 over Laurel Highlands. Again, high school basketball action continuing right now on the WMBS Facebook page. You can listen to the audio of the Geibel West Green game. That game also on terrestrial radio right now, 590 AM, 101.1 FM with Tony Hanula and Gary Frankhauser behind the call. Uniontown on the air tomorrow as well against Peters Township from Ringgold High School. 6 o'clock, tip 5 o'clock, Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show. For Josh Scully, Carl Childs behind the camera, Nick Barczyk pushing all the buttons. This is Brian Morozek, so have yourselves a pleasant good evening. Again, your final score from Peters Township High School tonight. The Blackhawk Cougars 59 and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 32. So long, everybody.